प्रोफेशनल वाले सेटअप करून ठेवले मी फक्त ते डगआउट मध्ये आहे का वॉशरूम? आपण जाणार कसं ओला जाताना थोडी ओला करायचं आपल्याला त्याच्या तिथे ठेवून जायचं रिक्षा टॅक्सी बोल पेमेंट तो देणार ना हा टॅक्सी करून जायचं असं तेच मला कसं जाणार ते विचारतो तुला माहिती आहे कसं जायचं मला काय माहिती इथं बसेल अरे खाली मी तर तिथे घेणार सातवा तिथे घेणार कशाला सातवीला काय सेंट्रलला जायचं तिथून ट्रेन बघून घरी आधी वाटतं स्टेशनला घेतला घाटकोपरच करू ना बस कशी आहे बस तर लांब आहे रोज बस तर माझ्या इकडनं खूप लांब इथून जवळ स्टेशन कुठलं आहे चेंबूर चेंबूरवरून कसं जाणार चेंबूरवरून तर डायरेक्ट इथे जावं लागेल मला कुर्ल्याला पुढे तू कल्याणला जातो ना म्हणजे चेंबूर नाही कुर्ल्यालाच जा कुर्ल्याच जा पण चेंबूर स्टेशन पण लांब आहे लाईट आहे ना थोडंसं हे घे ना नाही थोडंसं शॉर्ट घे सेंटरला घेऊन सेटअप इथेच ठेवायचं ना मूवी चांगलं आहे सेटअप इकडे ऍडजस्ट करायची कॅब पाहिजे तुला आहे का कॅब किती कॅब आहे 4-5 आहे आपली इंडियाची पण मॅच आहे इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया ना वन डे फर्स्ट ओव्हरच चालू आहे एक ओव्हर किती 5 एक ओव्हर 5 चालू आहे ना
Akil and Saif are the Sajan is the bowler who's going to bowl the second over. Akil and Oh, that's not a good ball. That's going to go just for a single. That wasn't a great ball. It was a full toss. Oh, that is extras being conceded. Couple of runs added to the total. The score moves on to 7. And he was fortuitous that the ball just went for a single. In fact, an overthrow resulted in a couple of runs that could have easily gone for a boundary. It went straight to the fielder at short fine leg. A meter towards his left and right, it would have been a certain boundary. The boundary on the right hand side, the outfield is quite quick. On the left hand side, it's completely different on the offside. Oh, that's a full toss. That is what I was talking. He's being punished this time. Last time he got away. This time it is deposited up over the pavilion of the opposite team. Can't be bowling full tosses, Sajan. No, Sajan, he was trying to bowl a loft, a flighted ball. The ball was flighted out of the park. Fantastic sixer. The first ball would have gone for a boundary. It did not. The second ball definitely went for a big one. Two full tosses in two balls. He might go for one more. He might. There is a chance of a catch though. On foot. Oh, that's grid line and length. In fact, the length was fine. The pace was fine. The ball's drifting towards the leg stump, but that's fine. But that's fine. That's a good length, good pace. Only thing he has to take care of is the right line now. He wanted to cramp the batsman. The batsman came inside the line of the ball, and the ball went down the leg side. That's good line. In fact, good length and good pace. Score moves on to 14 with that wide. That's a full toss again, a gift again. That will go for another sixer. The first match was a draw for runs. This is raining sixes and boundaries in the second match. It has not been the same story. The first match was completely different. It was that time of the day where the ball wasn't moving around. The ball was keeping a bit low. It wasn't bouncing. And the pitch has become tough now. It is a perfect conditions for batters to make merry. But if you're not pitching the ball in the right area, in fact, when you're dishing out full tosses, that is what you will be treated with. Two sixes. Sargent's not happy with something. I think he's not able to grip the new ball. Two sixes against him. That's a beautiful cover drive. The outfield is quite heavy there. It won't travel all the way. It will just trickle down for 3 runs. The ball has just stopped itself. The biggest fielder over there is the grass over there. The outfield is quite heavy over there. It's not easy to hit the ball through it. So 3 runs added. It is a lot of runs. It is a lot of runs in this over. Two sixes, a wide, and a three for now. So 16 runs in this over so far. We still have a couple of balls remaining in this over. Watch out for another boundary. It will go straight to the fielder. Even that ball was meant to be traveling. He got fortuitous, the bowler. This time, the length was fine. The pace was fine. Line again was a problem because it was down the leg side. That wish has to go for a sixer. It will go for a sixer. Third sixer in this over. Couple of full tosses and a short ball. Can't be doing that in the first over in the power play. It's a massive over of 22 runs, 27 runs without loss at the end of 2 overs. 29 runs in 2 overs. Thane Eagles have gone like a bullet train over here. It's almost like a Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield Voyage Motors is one of our sponsors, and they would be really happy with the speed of the batter. 29 runs at the end of 2 overs. They are going great guns. First over 5 runs. The second over has gone for massive 24 runs. Oh, that is caught right in front of the wicket. The ball kept low, and he was caught right in front of the wicket. Oh, you can't blame the batter for that. The pitch did its bit. There is a small little spot on that woodland area where the ball just scoots and keeps low, and there is where he was caught right in front of the wicket. And they were making merry. That's the first wicket on the score of 29. So we have the Lions. We had the Lions in the first match. We also had Sonics. We have Tigers and the Eagles right now. Thane Eagles, they were crawling around. They were having a nice time before they lost their first wicket, 29 for 1. But now the Worli Tigers have struck back, and the Tigers are crawling now. They have got their first victim. They are coming back into the contest. 29 runs in 2.1 overs. It is damage control for the fielding side. The batting type team would be absolutely elated with what they have achieved. 29 runs in 2.1 is top class. They would be happy in any day of the week. Superb. But they have lost that wicket. That is what the fielding team would be really happy with. So beautifully played. Fantastic front foot defense. Showing full face of the bat, middle of the bat. That's nicely done. Sarjan has gone for a plenty in his first over. I don't think the fielding side would afford to take a chance to give him another over. They will have to find other options. But meanwhile, this man is bowling beautifully. He's already got a wicket, and look at the length on which he bowls. Around that good length, and his ball deviates and it comes in sharply and it keeps low. And that's beautiful length again, slightly short of good length and with some good pace. He's bending his back, he's giving it all. Super bowling. So it's a tale of two stories. It's two different. So all that good work which was done in the first over was spoiled in the second over, but it is damage control time again for the Worli Tigers. They've got the wicket of the first ball and they've controlled this over. So that's beautifully caught. What a shot that is! You might like the sixes. I would say this is his best shot. Beautifully carved for a couple of runs. Waited for it and bisected the gap, which was a small little one, but he did it quite artistically. Some finesse, some art in that work. Slightly short that was, but that was punched off the back foot for a single. It's been a good over so far. He hasn't conceded any boundaries, just one brace and a few singles in it, and a wicket of the very first ball. Single again. So the score at the end of over number 3 is exactly 30, 30, 35 runs, 6 runs in this over, and a wicket of the very first ball. And that's sliding down leg side. Good call by the umpire, immediately saying no to that call. Umpiring has been real good. They've done the job really well. A few of the batters were not happy, but that's fine. No batter is ever happy when he's given LBW, even if it is a plump one. The Sergeant's 1 over adventure has been ended, and the right thing to do. Oh, that's beautiful bowling. Giving it all in this hot weather. It is almost close to 2 p.m. now, and the cool morning has changed its complexion. It is slightly sunny now. It's not that hot, but not that pleasant either as it was in the morning. So you need to put that extra effort, and the bowler is doing his bit. Akash is putting his all. So that's again good bowling, and that's some good batsmanship even. You should be respecting a few balls. When you have already got a lot of runs in the first few overs, in fact 35 runs in the first 3 overs, you always have that luxury of playing a few dot balls in the next over. They're going around 12 runs per over, and a few bad dot balls won't matter a lot. Nakash giving his all. Oh, the fielder tried his best to concede extra runs. A normal stop would have sufficed. No, but just one run. That isn't great running. The bowler trying to shine the ball with his sweat. You can use sweat, not the saliva. A single. It's beautiful bowling so far. He has bowled a real good over. That's all damage control of the second big over, in which they conceded 24 runs. That over has just spoiled all their probabilities, all permutations and combination disturbed by that second over. But that can happen to anyone. Great bowling, that is. Superb comeback. That's been the most economical over of the innings. The score at the end of over number 4 is 39, 38. Just 3 runs in this Akash over. It's a beautiful time. Just some you can just have put down a bed over here and have a nice nap. A beautiful time. A hammock on the trees, and you can nicely take a nap. That kind of place over here. Beautiful scenic place, and Sahil has to concentrate on the game. Just one camera he has. Otherwise, I would have shown you the view which was there. After some time, maybe yes. In the break, we'll see how exactly the ground looks, and the way it is surrounded by trees all around. Just looks absolutely superb. Sarjan is come back again. They are playing with fire again. How can you give a bowling to a bowler who has considered 20? Just expect a sixer coming into that mid wicket region. It has gone into the mid wicket region, not for a sixer, but definitely for a boundary. And that was all right. The ball was fine, the line was fine, but it was slightly pitched up. The length was the problem over there. So that's a wide ball. Zajan trying to get a wicket. This over is relatively good as compared to the previous one. Very well bowled. That is the right line lane. This might go for a big one again. It has gone for it again and just one run. That's good. That's good bowling by Sarjan. Great comeback. After conceding a lot of runs in his previous over, he had the courage to take the ball and bowl a relatively much better over. The score at the end of over number 5 is exactly 50 runs. So the score is 50 now. 50 runs at the end of 5 overs. They lost a wicket. That's beautifully bowled. Oh, that was a difficult chance. He had two of that is what he tried first. Then he saw the ball was quite short and it was hit very hard. Fortunate he's not injured. That is the best part because that ball was coming at the rate of knots towards him. Score is 52 now. It's beautiful action, nice leg break action. And if he gets the ball in the right areas, he might create chances. Almost got a wicket on the very first ball which he bowled. Watch out for the catches coming. Maybe mid wicket cow corner, maybe into the covers. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Superb bowling. Off the bat, that is what the umpire says. Umpiring has been of real high quality because they're communicating with the bowlers, with the players that, and they've been very confident in their decision making, which is what the players want. They want good, nice, fair, and confident umpiring. They are bound to make mistakes. Even with technologists, international umpires do make mistakes. That's fine. But you need that accuracy. You need that focus from the umpires, and which they are confident and good over there. What a good shot that is. That was good footwork. The ball will travel. No one's going to stop this one. This will run all the way for a fantastically crafted boundary. It wasn't a bad ball either. It wasn't a bad ball in any stretch of imagination. It was some proper, pure footwork. Even the connection wasn't great. He did not get it off the middle of the bat, but the position he came into, got the ball into the area where there was no fielder. He gets a superb boundary. That is some good quality cricket over there. Superb bowler who can bowl nice leg break, and you have a very good batter who can use his feet. Oh, that's nicely bowled. That's what I was talking. He's a very good competitor, the bowler. Two good players against each other. Leg spin is a difficult art, a different kind of bowling action where you have a mix of Rashid Latif, sorry, I beg your pardon, mix of Rashid Khan. You can see him almost bowling like Rashid Khan. That kind of action. The ball is going to run away. Edges are the most. Score right now with that couple comes on to 59. 9 runs in this over. It has been a real good over so far. He has beaten the bat twice. Almost a catch on the very first ball which he bowled. He might get a wicket if they are complacent against him. Seems to be a very good bowler to me. Though he may have considered 9 runs, he has bowled well. A good end to the over. 9 runs in that over. First 6 overs, 59, almost 10 runs per over. The Thane Eagles would be very happy with whatever they have got in the first 6 overs.
लगा लग रहा
सुशांत सिंह राजपूत.
है तो बरोबर आता काय चष्मा आला होता.
That was way too short. White being called slightly uh, difficult or harsh call against the bowler, but this is what the umpires have been really consistent with their calling. 64-1, 6.1 overs. Sushant. That is beautifully hit into the cover. The ball is going to race away for a boundary. That's a fabulous start by Alkesh. He has got 28 runs of just 18 balls. He's playing fabulously. A strike rate of almost around 150. Alkesh is turning it on. Sushant, 5 runs. He has conceded in his first 2 balls, a wide and a boundary. A left arm spinner is always a must or necessity in any team. But if you're going to bowl short, if you're going to bowl wide, you will be punished. Generally, the left arm spinners are the ones who take a lot of wicket, a bag full of wickets. In Hindi, we say, वो loot लेते हैं left arm spinners. That kind of figures they have. But here, he's bowling a bit short. That's a very good length. But the line was a problem down the leg side. As per the new rules, even all these balls would be legalized, where the umpires are going to take into account the position of the batsman when he's facing. Afterwards, if he moves and the ball goes in that direction, would be a legal delivery. Oh, that's beautifully played. Very well bowled, beautifully played, played with soft hands. Try to open the face of the bat. The score moves on to 66 for 1 now. Thrumil Shah comes on strike, 12 runs of 11 balls. Sushant, he's given away 7 runs. 66 for 1. Mumbai Advocates Premier League Season 1. This match is being played in 3 different venues. The other venue, MIG, Bandra. And we are playing here right now in Chereshwar ground, Trombe. We'll just show you the surroundings after this over. That's beautifully bowled. A single that will take the score to 67. Couple of balls remaining. Mumbai Advocates Premier League. Season 1, 8 teams, 3 league matches, 2 groups for each team. And you will be having 4 semi-finalists after every team has played 3 matches each. Oh, that wasn't the right shot. Alkesh, for a change, not the right selection. So the over which did not start that well is taking care of it, Sushant, at the fag end of it. He ends with 2 dot ball. That is a line, length, pace. He's got the length, he's got the line now, and he's got the right pace to be bowling on this wicket. 67 for 1 at the end of 7 overs. So the run rate, which was around 10 runs per over, has come to 9.5 runs per over. 67 for 1 the score right now.
खरंच होतं इकडे 6 धावा होतं 6 केल्यानंतर बोलल्यानंतर आउट आउट गेला तर 0.
So Sargent comes into bowl again, 2 overs and 36 runs. His first over went for 25. The next over was a good one, just 11 runs. He comes into bowl his second over. Straight to Sargent. He's got his length right now, line right. He was struggling in his first over, but he's come back well in the next 7 balls which he has bowled. That's a full toss. The ball's going into the covers. It's a definite couple. 2 runs added to the total. The score moves on to 70 now. Alkesh motoring along now. Just like Voyage Motors, Royal Enfield Voyage Motors are official sponsors for this tournament. Oh, that was so close. And in fact, he has cleaned him. He's cleaned him up. He's got his wicket. He has got the best batsman of the opposition. He would be really happy with it. He would be really happy. 24 runs he conceded in the first over, 11 runs in the second, and now he's got a wicket. He's got a wicket of the batsman was looking real good. So that's a boundary. Not good work. Sargent won't be happy because he was bowling well. 74 for 2. Suraj comes in and he gets his first boundary. Kaustup, Suraj, and Chinmay are the ones who gave it all for him. Also, the sponsors Pro Vakil, Tata Capital, Voyage Motors, Digilegal, Total Sports, Royal Trading Image, Design Studio, Fasten Up, Sula, Dr. Valdari Suchak, and Akash Marbles. 75 for 2 at the end of it was a very good over by Sargent, where he conceded 8 runs and he has got a big wicket of Alkesh, who was going great. Played well for. Oh, that's brilliant running. Super running. Played with soft hands. And he was well home. The batsman was well home. Pro Vakil, Tata Capital, Voyage Motors, DG Legal, Total Sports, Royal Trading, Image Design, Studio, Fast Enough, Solar, Dr. Valeri Suchak, Akshak, Marbles are official sponsors for this tournament. 77 for the loss of 2 wickets. Into the covers for a single.
Akash Italian Marble जो है ना,
हाँ,
their titles.
अरे बाप रे. So 78 for 2. This tournament seems to be. These are all top lawyers, top advocates from Mumbai and different parts of Mumbai and places around. And this tournament is also proudly brought to you by Akash Italian Mama, and also a big brand in the industry, and also powered by one of the top financial institutions, Tata Capital. So top brands associated with this tournament. Pro Vakil again, a very big litigation firm. Voyage Motors, Royal Enfield Voyage Motors, another big name in the two-wheeler industry. That was pushed hard. That will run away for one, two, maybe three wides. Yes, three wides added to the total. That will take the score to 81. Akash Marbles are official sponsors, our title sponsors, Akash Marbles, Akash Italian Marbles. Point region, chance of a run out, wrong end, maybe wrong end. The batsman, every time the batsman is on the back foot, the best end to throw is the non-striker's end. 82 for 2. Sushant has bowled really well, but for those, but for that three wides which he considered in that over. The last ball of the ninth over. Oh, that has to be a wide. Is a wide. He's trying to push the ball it a bit quickly, and in the process is drifting the ball towards the leg side. He's trying to push the ball in a different kind of action. Always you'll find some 83, three wides, in fact four wides and four singles in that over. 83 for 2 at the end of 9 overs. Akash Italian Marvel presents MAPL Season 1. This tournament is proudly co-sponsored by Tata Capitals, Pro Vakil, Royal Enfield, Voyage Motors, DG Legal, Total Sports, Royal Trading, Image Design Studio, Fasten Up, Sula, and Dr. Vallari Suchak. So if you have a look around it, you'll have all the people working together. Someone from the construction, that is Akash Marbles. Also, we have someone from the financial institutions, that is Tata Capital. Pro Vakil, another litigation company. Digital Legal, another one related to the law firms. The Total Sports related to sports. You also have Image Design and Studio, the people who are working in art industry. Fasten Up, Sula, and Dr. Vallari Suchak, who is the physio and providing for the health care of all the players during the tournament. So thank you all of them. Also, we have a trading company, Royal Trading. So you have people from different backgrounds, different companies, different brands coming together to sponsor this tournament. Thank you all, and that's a gift. Oh, that's a great stop. That's a great stop. That is one of the best fielding efforts of the day. That was pure Mumbai fielding, just adapting to it and doing what is best. He did not go for the catch. He tried to just stop the ball so that the ball popped out of his hands and he stopped for a certain boundary. Super fielding effort. Was that a no ball? Yes, it's a no ball. A free hit not being taken advantage of. He could have lofted it anywhere he wished. Good comeback by Sarjan after conceding that no ball. 87 for 2. Sargent bowling his last over. A leg spinner which he attempted. 48 runs he has conceded in the first. In fact, 49 in his 3.3 overs. More than half the runs of his team. So that's a gift after Diwali and before Christmas. Has it gone all the way? No, just one bounce. The score moves on to 92. Sargent concedes a half century. He's played a lot of cricket. He's been a very good player, but right now, today isn't his day today. He's not getting the kind of help which he expects from the wicket. He tries to bowl both off spin and leg spin. Right now, nothing's working for him. That's a beautiful ball, but that's a better shot that will run away for another boundary. That was flighted beautifully. Pace was fine. The revolutions of the ball were good, but the batsmanship was better. 96, the score moves on to. Still one more ball from Sargent's spell remaining. The ball is hit into that mid wicket region. He takes a single. The score moves on to 97, almost 10 runs per over, 9.7 to be precise. Sargent, he would like to forget these figures for some time now. 58 for he has conceded, and he has taken a wicket though of Kaushal. 97 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. The score 98 now. 98 for 2. Arman. Arman bowling his second over. He conceded 8 in his first over. That was, in fact, 9 in the first over. He bowled a pretty good over. Oh, leg spinner creates a chance. That's a beautifully taken catch. Fantastic catch. You may say it's an easy one. I would say it's a very well judged catch because high catches are never easy, especially when the ball is moving towards your left. It is high in the sky. You need to move forward at least 10 meters. Even the international cricketers are dropping dollies nowadays. So such catches when you play for in their amateur leagues like this, if you take them brilliantly, that's a fantastic effort for me. Brilliantly taken, Vakil Saab. That's a big wicket taken, and that is what I said. The leg spinners can always view that magic, create that magic, and that is what they have got. So Mumbai Advocate Premier League. It's a tournament where all these young advocates will get an opportunity to enjoy. I won't say that just to show their talent and all. That is all gone. We are not here for Mumbai selection or India selection. We are here to have fun. We are here to have some play some proper quality competitive cricket, and that is what is we are witnessing right now. This is the time for them to have some real fun. So if you give opportunity to a cricketer to have a vacation on a beautiful place or to go with your parents and family and enjoy at that place and giving them an option of a beautiful ground to play cricket, they will always prefer cricket. They may say to their wives, to their better halves, that you are my first love. That first love is always cricket. Once you fall into love of this game, you are no ever going to look back. That will all once a cricketer, always a cricketer, they say. 98 for 3. 2 runs in this over, विकेट फॉर अरमान. अरमान के अरमान पूरे हो चुके हैं. अरमान को विकेट मिला है. अरमान जो ग्लासेस पहन के आ रहा है उसने इस टीम का नजरिया ही बदल दिया है. 98 फॉर 3. नए बल्लेबाज अक्षय. हर टीम में एक लेफ्ट हैंडेड बल्लेबाज आता है जो गेम का रुख बदल देता है. अक्षय उनमें से एक होंगे शायद. और आते ही उनको गिफ्ट दे दिया था और इस गिफ्ट को दोनों हाथों से स्वीकारा है और शायद एक हाथ से मारते तो भी चौका चले जाता. गेंद जाएगा बाउंड्री के पार, स्कोर जाएगा 100 के पार. 102. 3 विकेट के नुकसान पर सारे आंकड़े आ चुके हैं स्कोरबोर्ड पे. एक भी आया है, दो भी आया है, तीन भी आया और जीरो भी. जीरो बस अपनी जगह बदल के आया है. 102 पे 3 विकेट और 4 की कमी थी तो वो गेंदबाजी में आपको दिखाई देंगे. 10.4 ओवर्स. सो 1, 2, 3, 4 और 0 सारे आंकड़े आपको फिलहाल उस स्कोर पे दिखाई देंगे. तो अक्षय एक तरफ है, ध्रुमिल एक तरफ है. महाराष्ट्र में एक गवर्नमेंट की स्कीम है लाड़की बहन योजना जिसमें 1500 रुपए हर माह महिला को मिलते हैं और सारी बहनें उससे खुश है. और यहाँ पर भी क्रिकेट में ये स्कीम आ गई है लाड़का भाऊ, मतलब लाडला भाई, जिसको पहली गेंद पे फुल टॉस मिलता है चौका मारने के लिए. ये लाडला भाऊ वाली स्कीम की वो गेंद थी कि जिसमें अगर आपको पहला गेंद ऐसे मिल जाए तो क्या बात है. जो पहली गेंद आप फेस कर रहे हैं आपको फुल टॉस मिली डाउन द लेग साइड, दोनों हाथों से स्वीकारा उन्होंने. तो इस चौके के साथ स्कोर को 100 के पार. अब की बार 100 के पार. मोदी जी ने कहा था अब की बार 400 के पार. फिलहाल अक्षय कहेगा अब की बार 100 के पार. शायद 200 के पास भी पहुंचे. बेहतरीन गेंद लेकिन उतना ही बेहतरीन शॉट. क्या कटोरी शॉट किसे हम कहते हैं लोकल लैंग्वेज में. कटोरी खोल दी और चौका. बेहतरीन चौका मैं कहूंगा इसलिए कि पहला वाला शॉट एक गंदे गेंद पे था, एक खराब गेंद पे था, एक साधारण सी गेंद पे था. ये अच्छी गेंद पर मारा हुआ बेहतरीन शॉट. फील्डर ने एफर्ट जरूर डाला था. अरमान खुश नहीं है अपने फील्डर की एफर्ट से, लेकिन गेंद वहां पे घूमती है. बिहाइंड पॉइंट जब भी आप फील्डिंग करो बहुत मुश्किल होता है बिकॉज बल्लेबाज तक को पता नहीं होता कि गेंद कौन सी दिशा में घूमेगी. बिहाइंड पॉइंट जब गेंद जब घूमती है तो जैसे अंग्रेजी में कहा था इट स्वर्ल्स एंड स्विवल्स अराउंड. तो कौन सी दिशा में कितनी स्पीड से कितनी जगह वो टर्न होगी, कौन से एंगल में होगी, बल्लेबाज खुद नहीं जानता तो फील्डर कैसा जानेगा. बिहाइंड पॉइंट फील्डिंग करना उतना आसान. गेंद गिरी, गिरने के बाद घूमी, घूमने के बाद निकल गई 4 रनों के लिए. 106 पे 3. शायद ये लगातार बैक टू बैक तीसरा चौका हो सकता है. ओ बेहतरीन कमबैक अरमान का. पहली गेंद पे विकेट, दूसरी गेंद पे चौका, तीसरी गेंद पे चौका, चौथा गेंद बेहतरीन डॉट डिलीवरी. इनफैक्ट वो लास्ट गेंद था इस ओवर का. 106 पे 3. 11 ओवर की समाप्ति पर. थाने ईगल्स और वर्ली टाइगर्स की यह मैच. इस प्रतियोगिता में जो जो स्पॉन्सर्स है उनका हम तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करते. इस दिस टूर्नामेंट इज प्राउडली ब्रॉट टू यू by Akash Italian Marbles, co-powered by Tata Capitals. Our chief sponsors, Pro Vakil, a litigation company, Royal Enfield Voyage Motors, DG Legal, Total Sports, Royal Trading, Image Design Studio, Fasten Up, Sula and Dr. Vallari Suchak are healthcare partner. डॉक्टर वल्लरी सूचक के सारे फिजियोस हमारे हर वेन्यू पे हैं एंड दे आर टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द प्लेयर्स. Somebody who has got a cramp, somebody who has got injured. Chinmay just fell some time back. Mukul was here. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Pick up shot, one bounce. Good stop again. The fielder is superb over there. He had just made one mistake in the previous over where he allowed the ball to go through. 107 for 3. Isan comes into bowl. Number 412. This advocate should have the names of क्या कहते हैं जिसको धाराएं होती है अलग अलग. What do you call it in English? Different sections. And the most dangerous batsman should be given the number 302 or something like that. And the one who always makes all false commitments should be given 420. So that kind of number should be always given on the back of the bowlers. Suppose somebody is a criminal lawyer, 302, 370, something like that. 420 for somebody related to all monetary embezzlements. Oh, that's beautiful bowling. Now, you should be asking these questions. What is section 412 to the lawyers? 107 for 3. Ehsan. Good start by Ehsan. And that's a great shot. That will go straight into that mid-wicket cow corner region. One bounce into the fence. The left-hander is having a great time. Akshay, 5 balls, 12 runs, strike rate of 240, and he has got 3 boundaries in 5 balls. The first ball was a gift that was hit into that square leg region. Second was a beautiful shot into that third man region. This was into the mid wicket cow corner. So yes, explored almost 270 degrees of the ground. Only place remaining is the shot into the covers now. So he'll complete that 360. He goes for it into the mid wicket direction. That would be a brace. Superb running. That is fantastic running. He converted that one into a two. That the second run was a steal over there. एक के साथ एक का ऑफर नहीं था. It was a well earned run. ये कोई फ्री वाला सेकंड रन नहीं था. That was beautiful running by Dhrumil. So kudos to Dhrumil's fitness in this slightly indifferent weather where these guys won't be adaptable to this kind of weather where they would be working in their AC cubicles or in the courts when they're working under the sun in this hot weather. That is brilliant stamina shown by Dhrumil. Oh, that was a chance, a difficult one. Edges are not easy. Even MS Dhoni has dropped so many. Edges are never easy for a wicket keeper to hold on to. Even the international wicket keepers, this edges stick into your hands. They are not caught because you are not a Rajnikant to hold on to every catch which comes your way. White ball, good wicket keeping, I would say. So people would always remember a chance which was dropped. They will not notice a certain boundary which would have been 5 wides which he stopped. 114 for 3. Isan almost getting a wicket in his first over. The score at the end of Isan's first over and 12th over of the innings is 115 for the loss of 3 wickets. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. Akash Italian Marbles presents MAPL Season 1, Mumbai Advocates Premier League Season 1. This tournament is proudly co-powered by Tata Capitals. Our proud sponsors Pro Vakil, Royal Enfield Voyage Motors, DG Legal, Total Sports, Royal Trading, Image Design Studio, Fasten Up, another big brand, Sula, another big brand, and Dr. Vallari Suchak, for whose young physios are doing a great job. We have one doctor over here who is running up and down to take care of all the players. So thank you so much for your support in the first year. 115 for 3. So if you want to watch the event live, as you must be hearing it, it is on JFSC page. Also, Crick Club is our official place where you can see the scores being updated. So if you go there, you will find MAPL Season 1. That's beautiful bowling. Fantastic comeback by Arman. 9 runs in the first over, 9 runs in the second over, but he got a wicket. But he considered back-to-back boundaries against the same batsman, where the first ball was a full toss which was dished out to him. Might see a wicket in this over, might see a couple of boundaries again. One of those That's beautiful bowling. But that was a full toss. One run. The flight was good. 160 the strike rate of Akshay. Dhrumel is batting on 28, a very balanced kind of knock. Most importantly, Dhrumil has run so well. He has converted at least three times a single into a couple. So he has scored runs for his partner as well. 116 for 3. Oh, that's a brilliant shot. Chance taken beautifully by Akash. That's a very good catch. Akash, a very good bowler. He is a better fielder. And they take a important wicket of Dhrumil, who could have been dangerous. He could have scored a half century. Even he could have gone to score the high 70 or 80. He gets out in going for big runs. That's a big wicket. The Tigers are back. They've got a dangerous Dhrumil back. He goes for a well made 28, 116 for 4 in 12.3. Arman has conceded 9 in the first, 9 in the second. The only way they can come back is by taking wickets. The Eagles have run away with the scoring. He has got another wicket. Commentators curse. He gets out in the process of going for big runs. The scorer was trying to get the name updated of the batter, and before that, the batsman got out. That was Aditya Tare getting out. Akshay Tare, I beg your pardon. Akshay Aditya Tare was in Mumbai team. Is Akshay Tare. Another Akshay coming. Actually, two Akshays were there. One left-hander, and scorer is also Akshay. Batsman on strike was Akshay. Batsman at the non-striker's end was Akshay. The scorer was Akshay. Very common name. ये सब नेम अभी आउटडेटेड हो जाएंगे. पहले ये अशोक, संतोष, रमेश, सुरेश नाम हुआ करते थे 90s में. फिर 90s और फिर 2000 में ये सारे नाम आ गए, साहिल, अक्षय एंड ऑल. ये सारे नाम अभी धीरे धीरे जाएंगे. अभी जेंजी के नाम ऐसे होंगे कि हमको बोलने भी नहीं आएंगे, उसका मतलब भी नहीं समझ में आएगा. Times change, names change, but one man who has been really good with his name and work is Akshay. Akshay is already hit 4 boundaries. Batsman as a non-strike and left-handed Akshay. Also in one Bollywood industry we have Akshay who plays well on the screen, not on the field. Dhananjay, new batsman is Rishikesh Munde. Somebody said Dhananjay. I said no, Rishikesh. Rishikesh Munde comes in. Another good player, but the players almost saying to each other, "Tu chal mein aayi." That kind of song, that is what they are playing. One wicket falls after another. Two back-to-back wickets. Arman's happy, and that can always happen. That is the reason Dhrumil had to stay there. Every team will have at least 3-4 batsmen who can hold on to the fort, and afterwards there is a big question mark. So if you do not have a strong lower middle order or a middle order, you'll find yourself in trouble. So if you are set there, Don't give a wicket away. Dhumil was such a calming presence over there. He was playing so sensibly. Unfortunately, he played a wrong shot at the wrong player who was a very good catcher, Akash, taking Akshay. The big appeal, but the ball was way too high. Over in which so many things happened. Something which would make the Tigers happy. Only 5,000 Tigers remaining in the world, and 11 of them playing in the Worli Tigers team. 116 for 3 at the end of 13 overs. So run rate, which was almost around 10 runs per over, dropped down to 9.5 runs per over. And at the end of 13 overs, now it is exactly 116. So if you calculate, it is 9 runs per over. So from 10 to 9.5 to it is almost 9 runs per over, 8.99 to be, or 95 to be precise. Just a shade under 9. 9 runs per over is a great score. But the problem is they have lost 5 wickets. Only way the Eagles can come back, the Tigers can come back is by taking wickets. Eagles would like to get a small partnership. Even if they don't get 10 runs per over in the next 2 3 overs, that's fine. Next 2 3 overs, they should be looking at not losing a wicket. And after that, they can go bang bang in the last 4 overs. Mumbai Advocates Premier League Season 1. Smart bowling. He just giving the flight to the ball, bowling it slowly. Look at the way he comes in. Nice, smooth run up and almost dances while he comes into bowl. Look at nice rhythmic bowling. And off spinners, generally, if you bowl quick, then you are successful. Very difficult for off spinner to flight the ball and not give away runs. Almost all off spinners are the ones who bowl the ball quickly. You look at Washington Sundar, he does the same thing. He pushes the ball in. Akshar Patel is one such kind of bowler who does not give a lot of air. He bowls it slowly though. He does not flight the ball, but he bowls the ball very slowly. That is the best part about his bowling. It takes courage for a spinner to bowl the ball slow or to give a rip to the ball and flight the ball. This is brave bowling. He's not trying to ball quickly. He's bowling it very slowly. Oh, that's smart. That is working in his favor. It's a slowish kind of wicket. If you try and bowl the ball quickly, it's a nice pace with which the batters can get a lot of runs. The batsman has to manufacture all the strength, all the weight behind the ball. He has to make their own pace. Oh, that's a beautiful off break delivery, but I should say that could have been hit into the covers for a boundary. That was a lot of width offered, and there was a lot of rip into that ball. Look at the way the ball turned. He spins the ball beautifully. Getting the turn of the wicket is not easy. That kept low. That was bowled quickly. That was a good variation. He just pushed this one slightly quicker. Oh, that's a very testing over for the batter. Might just see a wicket falling here. It's a catch alert. The fielder standing on the boundary should be slightly in. Chance of a catch coming in. But that's a very good over. The score at the end of 14 overs. Just one run in that over. Can you imagine? For the first time, the run rate has dropped below 9 runs per over. 117 at the end of 14 overs. So Akshay and Rushikesh Munde. Akshay is would be on strike. He has hit already 3 4 boundaries. He's got a back to back boundaries the time he came on strike. Akash असेल Akash. Suraj comes into bowl the 15th over. 36 balls remaining. Will they touch 175? 117. If they want to get 175, they have to score 58 runs in the next 6 overs, which is quite possible with Akshay staying there. But if Akshay gets out, 160 also would be a luxury. Let's see what's going to happen in the next 36 balls. That's nicely bowled, equally well played. The score will move on to 119. In fact, 118 with that single. 118 for 5.
देखा आप उधर खाना खा देखा भाई उसके बाद दिखे ही नहीं
118 for 5. Rishikesh Munde comes on strike. Rishikesh played and missed quite a lot in the previous over, but haven't lost a wicket. They lost 2 wickets in double quick time, and Dhrumil's wicket was a crucial one. Dhrumil would have taken this innings ahead. That's nicely. That is the first shot of confidence from Rishikesh Munde. 119 with that single. Akshay. 20 runs on the scorecard. All of a sudden, after the first 10 overs, they scored 97 runs and 121 now. So 24 runs in the next 27 balls. That is brilliant comeback by this team. The Tigers are fighting back. Oh, yes, cleaned him up. That is the sixth wicket down. Rishikesh loses his cool, loses his wicket. Sixth down. All of a sudden, things have changed. That is the reason Dhrumil's presence was so very important. इसा आणि तुमचं नॉर्मल याचं सेम स्कोरिंगचं सेम रेट हा हिला काय बेंच बदलायला पाहिजे ना मोठ्या टुर्नामेंटला चांगलं दिलं पाहिजे ना जास्त प्रेशर असतं बरं झालं मी जय श्रीराम केलं माझं नुकसान केलं 1 लाखाचं तर माझं भांडणच झालं ना त्याच्यावर बेंच माझी लोडाची 1 लाखाचं काम माझं काढून घेतलं लोकांना ह्या लोकांना खाचा पाहिजे होता 50% किती झालं 120 आता स्कोर काय आलाय So 121 runs on the scorecard, 29 balls remaining. That's beautiful bowling. end of 15 overs. So 121 runs at the end of 15 overs, 30 balls remaining. I discounted the balls in the previous one. I wasn't aware. No. 30 balls remaining now. That's down the ground for no runs. Mr. Yadav. What a good shot that it was nicely bowled. A fantastic hit into the covers for a boundary. A boundary that will take the score to 125. So if they take one more wicket over here, they will be right into the lower middle order. So if Vikram Patil gets a wicket here, things can change. But what a good shot. Would not like this batsman to get out because he'll give us so much entertainment. The way he played that shot is bound to give us a lot of boundaries and sixes. That's a gift. That's a full toss. Such a good bowler. The ball got stuck in his hand, and in fact, it slipped out of his hand, and it has gone for a sixer. 131 runs now. We are into the 16th over. Things have changed in this over. That is brilliant batting from the man on strike, Sangram Yadav. नाम नाम ही संग्राम है. संग्राम मतलब लड़ने वाला. Oh, he's hit it beautifully. Either boundary or a six. How can you get this batsman so low down the order? He should be batting in the first four. In a T20 game, your best batsmen are always on the top. You have a player like Shivam Dubey or somebody who can hit sixes in the for the spinners, but all your best players should be playing in the top four. He definitely deserves to be in the first four batters. Sangram Yadav again hit. Samran Gharad, I beg your pardon. Sangram Gharat and Vikram Patil is one of their best bowlers. He's bowled really well, but for that one full toss which he gave, he might take a wicket. He might go for a boundary on this ball. That kind of stage we have reached now. He has gone for a boundary. So his last shots boundary six dot boundary again. संग्राम घरत जिनके नाम में ही लड़ाई है संग्राम मतलब लड़ने वाला या लड़ाई और ये बंदा लड़ना जानता है. He's got a boundary, a sixer and a boundary again. The score 135 at the end of 16 overs. That's going to run away for a couple of runs. When you know, just one run. Sangram one strike, as simple as that. 136 now. The score moves on to 23 balls remaining. 23 balls remaining. Oh, what a shot! This is one of the best shots of the tournament. Oh, he has broken the tank over there. That is the best shot of the tournament. You have seen some fantastic shots. None better than that one. A hit over the covers, a lofted cover drive, as good as any. The ball was on the rise. It was hitting towards the shoulder of the bat. To hit that ball that far with that velocity and that pace, absolutely top class. The shot of the tournament. He might go one more. That's flicked for a couple of runs. That's an easy two. But Sangram, yes, he wants strike. Look at him run. That's a chance of him to be out. No, he gets a couple. When he comes on strike, he'll go for that dangerous second. Otherwise, he refuses all the singles which are risky. ये बैटिंग चीज ही ऐसे है कि जहाँ पे आपको लालची बना देती है स्ट्राइक के लिए बंदे को बैटिंग हावड़ा बैट्समैन जिसे कहते हैं हम लोग मराठी में नो दे वांट टू बी ऑन स्ट्राइक वॉच आउट फॉर अ सिक्सर वॉच आउट फॉर अ wicket taking opportunity also good bowler. That was very well bowled. Superb, slower back of the hand delivery. And that is his first single. Otherwise, he has taken all boundaries and sixes and fours. ऐसा बैट भगवान सब कुछ दे लेकिन ऐसा बैट्समैन ना दे जो लास्ट बॉल पे सिंगल रन निकाले लास्ट एंड सेकंड लास्ट बॉल सिंगल बट ही इज बैटिंग सो वेल even the inform Akshay he would be happy to see him hit those boundaries and sixes the run making which was stopped in a few overs for 6 overs after the break the over number 10 to 16 has taken off again in 16 and 17 that's very well bowled he's a good bowler but that shot into the covers of a good ball in fact it was a very good delivery which was deposited for a sixer from Sangram Garat that is what we love to see some proper technically correct strong powerful shots. No, that was very well bowled. Slower delivery, back of the hand delivery. He was hit for a boundary, he was hit for a sixer, but that's a good comeback by the bowler. The score at the end of over number 17 is 145. 10 runs in that over. Akash Italian Marbles presents MAPL Season 1. This tournament is proudly co sponsored by Tata Capitals. Arman bowling his last over. He took a couple of wickets in his previous over. He was conceded. He went for 9 runs in his first over, 9 runs in his second over. He gave away 8 or 7 runs in the third over, but he took two important wickets. And Drumil was the important wicket which he got. Right now, the last 18 balls will decide the fate of the match. Right now, whatever time Sangram Gharat stays there, it's going to be fun. Watch out for the first ball sixer of this ball, maybe. Oh, he went for the big one. That's a quick single taken by Akshay. Maybe extras. That was a bye, maybe. No, no signal from the umpire. That means a single. Akshay comes on strike after a long, long time. In the last 18 balls, maybe 2, 3 balls, not more than that, which Akshay has faced. Most of the strike has been manufactured or kept with Sangram, which is something good for the batting team because he has scored a lot of boundaries and sixes. Sangram right now is on 25, all of which most runs, in fact, 75% of the runs are boundaries and sixes. Watch out. Oh, that was the first wild shot which he tried. Oh, this is some good quality fight now. Arman, who is one of their better bowlers, bowling action similar to that of Rashid Khan, that kind of run up, and he tries to bowl with that action. But a very good leg spinner. who has already got a couple of wickets, against batsman who has got 25 runs of just 10 balls. Watch out for the big one. Oh, he went for the big slog sweep. He wanted it in the mid wicket. The ball has gone into the square leg region, in fact, fine leg region. The big, heavy outfield over there stops it from going for a boundary. Couple of runs added. I strongly feel Sangram might just get out in this over because there is no breeze moving. Sangram will go for his big shots, and if he goes for a slog sweep again, there is a strong possibility that he might get caught into that square leg region where you have that board of Municipal Mahanagar Palika. Almost got leg before. They'll wait for the umpire signal of the bat again. In fact, leg buys. Umpiring has been real good. 150 up in the 18th over. So what we are talking about 175, that would be easily achievable. It might get close to 180 even if this man stays there. Akshay and his partner Sangram, if they stay there, it's going to be a pretty difficult proposition for the fielding team to stop them from going over 180. Again, not the right shot to be played. That extra cover region was a vacant one. He could have probably hit that ball in that direction. 151 runs on the scorecard. Watch out. The next ball is going to be a sixer or a wicket. Watch out for that one. Maybe a one bounce boundary, but strongly feel it's going to be a sixer or a wicket on this ball. Mid wicket, cow corner, be ready. Square leg, be ready. Oh, that's a jaffer. All my predictions were wrong. The ball bounced awkwardly. How can you manage such kind of bounce? That must have hit some spot on the ground. Akshay is tired now. ये सारे लॉयर्स सब क्यूबिकल्स में एसी के अपने ऑफिस में बैठते बड़े बड़े, या तो कोर्ट रूम में होते हैं. कड़ी धूप में कभी कभी ये हालत हो जाती है. बट दिस आर द गाइज हु हैव प्लेड अ लॉट ऑफ क्रिकेट ऑल ईयर अराउंड ऑल द एमेच्योर गेम्स व्हिच दे प्ले ऑन ओवल, दे प्ले ऑन डिफरेंट ग्राउंड्स इन मुंबई, एंड दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइम दे हैव बीन प्लेइंग ओवर हियर. 152 runs. 18 balls remaining. In fact, 12 balls remaining. They would be expecting at least 18 runs in the next 12 balls. So that will take them to 180, 170, which would be a good enough score. But I strongly feel the score might touch 180. They can score 28 runs in 2 overs on a condition that Sangram plays at least 7 balls of the remaining 12 balls. But they are bowling smartly to him. They are not bowling quick. They are bowling slow to him. This match is in balance. This match is in balance. The fielding team has come back strongly, very well with the last few overs. They have conceded 54 runs per over, which is great comeback. 10 runs per over in the first 10 overs, then 8 runs. That is good comeback. Umpiring has been of the highest quality. The ball was sliding down the leg side, and he clearly negated the call. The two umpires have done their job meticulously well. 11 balls remaining. That easy flow of Sangram has somehow stopped. Watch out for a boundary. It is a sixer, not a boundary. In fact, one bounce into the fence. I thought that's going to go all the way. It wasn't that well connected. It was a short ball meant to be hit for a sixer. It has gone for a boundary. 156. Can't be bowling short to a man who is struggling with the slower balls. All the slower balls are working well against this man. If you're bowling pace, it has to be either right onto the toes or on the good length outside the off stump where he can't hit. If you're bowling slightly on a good length on that slot, he is going to hit you. Short of good length, maybe pace down, some leg cutters, that kind of bowling, or the Yorkers or proper Yorkers. 156. Watch out for another one, back to back maybe. Oh, that's a huge one. Probably a chance for to pick the ball and come back. Probably he could have gone for a catch. 160, it's a boundary. That is the longest part over there. It's not more than 50-55 meters, these boundaries. 55 meters at the most. 160 runs on the scorecard. Now, Sangram Gharat, he is playing like the man on mission. अपने नाम की तरह ही संग्राम लड़ रहा है. किधर है संग्राम? संग्राम 17 balls, 36 runs. He might get the half century. Oh, that's even better. That's the best shot he has played. That will run away. In spite of the heavy outfield, that's going to run away. That was powerfully hit. The grass over there is almost 2 inches. It is not easy for the ball to travel through that. He has hit it so hard that it has scraped through that one. In fact, not scraped, it has gone like a bullet from that green turf over there. It was almost आग लगा के चला गया उस turf के अंदर से. Fantastic shot. 3 boundaries. The last one was his best shot. And that wasn't a bad ball. बिल्कुल भी खराब गेंद नहीं थी. It was a very good ball, but the batsmanship is better. He moves into 40s now. 18 balls, 40 runs. He might get out on this one. He might get out. No, in fact, he goes for it again. It will go for 1, 2, 3, 4 boundary. Oh, that's a great stop. That's a great stop. These all are lawyers, and remember, these are not professional cricket. Oh, 5 runs added. If the ball had hit the helmet over there, 5 penalty runs would have been added to that total. 166. So 180 looks probable now. 175 we were talking about. 180 looks a certain score now. And he has moved on to 42. 42. White ball down the leg side. The score will move on to 167. Fantastic wicket keeping. The wicket keeper has done a great job. He has served so many balls which could have gone for extras, maybe wides. That's a good job done by the wicket keeper. They had some good bowlers. Akash bowling really well. Vikram bowling really well. Even this bowler bowls well. 167. He's cleaned him up. A slower ball, leg cutter does the job. But not before he has done a fabulous job for his team. 19 balls, 42 runs for Sangram Gharat. He came in late, but he was absolutely great.
167.
Sangram Gharat has played the best innings of the match so far. Turkish Italian Marble presents Mumbai Advocates Premier League. This tournament is co-powered by Tata Capitals. Also, we have our co-sponsors, Royal Enfield Voyage Motors. New batsman, Dheeraj.
आपण दोघं एकत्र गेल्याचा हप्ता होईल पाहिजे. गाडी नाही येणार. उद्या कसं येणार? गाडी नाही येणार आहे. उद्या नाही येणार. उद्या नाही. ठीक आहे. ते गाडी आला.
किती माणसं आलीत नवीन नवीन?
आसिफ जुने आहेत, सगळ्यात जुने.
आसिफ
फक्त विकेंडला करतात. बाकी पनवेलला असतात ना ते.
मी नाही बघितलं त्याला कधी.
पनवेललाच असतो.
पनवेलला मियाबाईच असेल जास्त करून.
हा मग तो
नाही तिकडे करणारे पण मियाबाई असतील, खेळणारे पण जास्त.
नाही नाही आपले
गुजराती
नवी मुंबईची लीग आहे ना,
हा
ती आता पनवेलला शिफ्ट केली.
ते थोडे अतरंग असेल तिकडची गँग. हा क्राऊड सारखं नसेल.
बघितलं नाही.
भांडणारी बिंडारी असतील, अंपायरवर वाद घालणारे चांगले.
मोस्टली तर इकडनंच जाणारे लोक आहेत सगळे. वाशिम
अच्छा अच्छा.
आयटी विटीच्या
आता प्लेयर्सची कमी नाही. आता हा धंदा असा आहे अजून दोघा ठिकाणी पण टाकले तरी त्यांचं चालणार. हे लोक आठवड्यातून 7 दिवस पण खेळतील, एका दिवशी 2 पण खेळतील.
आत्ताच खेळतात ते.
हा खास आहे त्या लोकांना. 3दा त्या 2-3 तर खेळतात.
कॉर्पोरेट
नाही तर डॅड्स खेळतील 3 ठिकाणी. ज्युटरला खेळतील, बेसाईडला खेळतील, JFC ला खेळतील, कुठे गोरेगाव लीगला पण खेळतील जाऊन. रोज मॅच पाहिजे त्या लोकांना. पागल आहेत काय काय जण. अभिमन्यू तर सगळ्या ग्राउंडवर दिसायचा मला. मी जिथे फिरायचो तो पण तिथे फिरायचा. हा फातिमाला पण दिसतोय तोच, ज्युटरला पण तोच दिसतोय, खालसा मध्ये पण तोच दिसतोय, डॅड खेळतोय, सोसायटी खेळतोय, इकडे ती
पण तोच
सगळीकडे.
तो पार्ले
पार्ले तर त्या MIG मध्ये पण भेटायचा. हा चांगला माणूस आहे, पण तो चालतो असा डेक तुझा बॉल हातात फिरतो, विकेटवर फिरत नाही. खूप मार खातो तो बॉलिंग करताना. बॅटिंग कव्हर करतो.
बॅटिंग चांगली करतो पार्ले.
बॉलिंग पण चांगली आहे, पण टर्न नाही भेटत त्याला. नुसतं हातात फिरवत असतो बॉल कर.
सरळच जातो.
हा आणि मारतात त्याला कव्हर.
चांगली आहे.
हा टर्नच नाही त्या बॉलला.
वेरी पण नाही करत.
काय नाही करत. आणि तसंच त्यांनी किती मारत राहिले तरी हा फ्लाईटच देत राहणार.
वेरीच नाही करत.
अरे ते म्हातारे पहिले बॉलर काय चालायचे, तो सुनील तो पण चालेल. आता त्याला तर मारायला लागले. काय त्याचं नाव होतं, सिंधी माणूस आहे तो सिनियर. पहिले ऋषी मापाराची पण बॉलिंग किती चालायची सुरुवातीला. रनच नाही द्यायची त्याला. बॅट्स लीग मध्ये पण कॅप्टन. शिवाजी पण टीम चांगली होती बॅट्स मध्ये. शिवाने चौका छक्का पहिला मारायचा ना, किंवा चांगला थ्रो बी केला सारखं, मग परत तो त्याची रेकॉर्डिंग बघायचं. मी थ्रो कसा मारला, मी चौका कसा मारला, मी छक्का कसा मारला, माझा बॉल कसा पडला, माझा बाउन्सर संतोष जितका बाउन्सर डाला रे. स्वतः बोलायचा. सुरुवातीला तो खूप हे करायचा, आता तेवढं इंटरेस्ट नाही. पहिला आता स्पिन टाकतोय, पहिला पेस टाकायचा. आता थांबून टाकायचं. आता वय झाला तर पळता येणार नाही, मग तो रनअप चेंज झाला. फास्ट वरून स्पिन आहे, मीडियम पेस झाला, मीडियम पेसवर आता लेग स्पिन झाला. अरे तो खूप मोठा खतरनाक बाउन्सर टाकायचा. बॅटिंग करताना पण पिसळला की तो जोरजोरात मारतच सुटतो नुसतं. हा वेस्ट इंडिजच वाटतो कलर पण आणि खेळणार पण. त्याच्यापेक्षा पाचची बॅटिंग चांगली आहे. त्याच्यात ना धंद्याची बॅटिंग आणि बॉलिंगचं बोलतो. पाच काय असा लेग स्पिनची ऍक्शन करतो. त्याला काय तो पैसा फिरवतो आता. आता लोकांची किताबे उघडतो किंवा त्याचा OTP आहे. कधी लोक गेम पलटायचे मीटिंग झाले ना, तेवढे पहिले सगळ्यांचे मॅनेजर होते. तो आपण पण बेसाईडकडे काम करायचा. त्याचा बेसाईडचा बाप झाला ना. तुम्ही ना तुमचे 4 टुर्नामेंट पाहिजे. पुढे गेली एक टुर्नामेंट तुमच्या 4 टुर्नामेंट एका 2 लाख एंट्री घेणार, 2.5 लाख घेणार, 3.5 4 5 लाख पण मॅचेस पण कमी देईल. ते लोक त्याच्याकडेच जाणार. तुम्ही 2-2.5 लाख द्या, एक एक्स्ट्रा मॅच द्या, तुम्ही बुटरवाल्याकडे ग्राउंड आहे, सगळ्यात मोठी गोष्ट ग्राउंड आहे. आणि तो आपल्या तुम्ही किती काही बोला. त्याचं कसं तो भेटतो माहिती आता त्यांना तो एकालाच येतात तो जुना असतो आणि त्याला तो जो असतो ना तो सचिन बिचिन एवढा अनुभव त्याने आयुष्य घातले त्या आकाश एकच सिंगल कॅम तुम्हाला वाटतं 3-4 कॅमेरा कव्हर करतात आणि त्याला चांगली पोझिशन मिळते मस्त फिरून सगळं दाखवतात आणि ग्राउंड पण एवढं सुंदर आहे सगळीकडून दाखवू शकतो किती घेतो 4.5-5 हजार एका मॅचची विचार कर मॅचचे एका 20,000 रुपयाच्या आसपास झाले पूर्ण दिवसाला सॅटर्डे संडे त्या सुट्टीला घंटा माहिती नाही त्याचं काय रेट चालू होत तो तर रोजचं काम येतं ठीक आहे ना नागपूरमध्ये ते पण नाही करतात काय गरज नाही त्याला अरे एकाने हे करून BMW ची बाईक घेतली हा अरे त्यांनी स्वतः मर्सिडीज घेतली ते 6 महिन्याच्या कामात विशेष मागच्या सीझन मध्ये मर्सिडीज घेतली 6 महिन्याच्या कामात म्हणतो ते दिसलं कसं आहे हे लोक मेहनत करतात हे लोक वॉल्यूम आहे थोड्याच वेळात मग फरक आहे आणि आता तो ग्राउंडवर पण येत आहे तोंड चांगलं आहे थोडा क्लिअर आहे ना बोलायला खूप चांगला माणूस आहे रागीट आहे हे चालणार हे नेते त्याच्यावर एवढा जीव लावेल ना तू त्याचं बेस्ट फॅमिली आहे तुला कळलं ना तुझ्या पोरं खेळणे काय केले तर म्हणजे आधी कोणी बोलले मेरे साथ कोणी बोलले रात्री गाणमध्ये जातं काय चुकलं जर असं कुठं किती पण मोठा करोडपती असला ना आयुष पैसे नाही तुम्ही चलेगा मेरा आपले ते तू म्हणता बाबा त्याला बोलणार प्लेयरला काही त्याला टीम मध्ये गेलं तुम्हाला नाही चलेगा किती करोडपती असते याची द्यायची आणि लडका कोणाला पण क्या करेगा रे टूर्नामेंट होऊन करेगा मेरा हो दे एवढा नाही सातची साईड घेतो तोंड खूप खराब आहे रागा रागात बोलतो किंवा रेस्पेक्ट बोलणार पाच रेस्पेक्ट बोलणार तेवढा आहे त्यांचा संतोष जीत म्हणून हात मारला हा किंवा काय झालं मग हाताची करायला पाहिजे पुढे करतो तो मागे मेन हे त्यांनी पण सॉलिड मेहनत घेतली पूर्ण वर्षासाठी ग्राउंड बुक करणं खायचं काम नाही सुरुवातीला पाठीमा नंतर खालचा पण करतो चांगलं झालं स्वतः उतरून करणं कधी कुणाला कमी नाही समजायचं आज 10 वर्षांनी सौरभ लोकांची कम्प्लीट पण झाली खूप वॉल्यूम हे त्यांनी खूप चांगलं केलं स्वतःचं लाईफ चालू केलं बरोबर वाटतं हा हा सूरज तुमच्या ऑर्गनाइज मध्ये वाटला सूरज आहे तो सूरज नाही ना ऑर्गनाइज वाला त्याचं नाव काय नाही पण सूरजचं सरनेम काय आणि कौस्तुभ तुमचं आडनाव अच्छा म्हणजे 2 बामण आहे आणि 1 गावाला आहे गावकर कुठले कोकणातले का मालवण कणकवली आमच्या इकडचे म्हणजे अरे लाईव्ह आवाज चालू आहे Yes, welcome back. It is the second innings of the second match of Akash Marble presents MAPL Season 1. This tournament is proudly co-sponsored by Tata Capitals. Let's see what's it going to be. It's 20 overs, 179 to get, a big score, but a very strong batting lineup. They started off really well with 97 in the first 10 overs. The bowling team fought back really well in over number 10 to 16, but over number 17, 18, 19, 20 is what Sangram Gharat came and he changed the complexion along with Akshay and his other batters. 179 to win. Oh, that was a gift. If you have a ball like this on the leg side, and if he's going for a wide, but you have ample time to go for it, you should go for a boundary or a sixer. If you don't connect, it's going to be a wide. If you connect, have a small bit of bat on it, you're going to get a boundary. Good connection, you're going to get definitely a sixer. So you should have gone for a big one on that one. That was a gift. That is, as I say, there is a scheme from government of Maharashtra, लाड़की बहन. ये लाड़का भाव योजना वाला बॉल था. That kind of a ball, it could have been hit anywhere. And why is he backing away? He should have played it from his position and just flicked it or maybe pulled that ball. He's trying to exploit the offside which is kept open for him. They have a fielder at deep point. They do not have anyone in fielding in that extra cover or maybe mid off, mid on. Only two fielders allowed. So they have got one as a sweeper, deep point. One on wideish long on position. So he's trying to exploit that extra cover region. Up and over. That is how you play in the power play. That will run away for a couple of runs maybe. Oh my god, there was a second in it. The, oh, that is good backing up by the fielder. Superb. That's good. Some good teamwork by the fielders. So much commotion, so much misunderstanding. Finally, they get a single. But there was a definite couple. But that can always happen. There are certain nerves. They're susceptible when they come to play. Your feet don't move, and at times you are not able to play your natural game. But once you get that first shot in, once you get a couple of singles in, you start becoming a little comfortable, especially when you play with your colleagues, whether in your society, for your building or whatever. You are bound to have pressure, the pressure of performance, the pressure of failure. Oh, that was way too wide. So this kind of balls which can easily be punished are, they do go unpunished because the batsman isn't that ready. Forget about his technique, forget about being settled and all. He's mentally not that ready. He is still to get into that mode where he feels comfortable and he's into his 100% focus. There is where he's susceptible to get out. The best players in the world are bound to be susceptible at the start. Oh, again, see, two boundary balls, in fact, three boundary balls missed out. That's only because he hasn't got his mental state to attack every ball in the first over. Had this bid in the 17th, 18th, maybe 6th, 7th, or 3rd, 4th over, this could have, both the balls would have gone for a boundary. He wanted to hit it hard. His mental state was to play the ball safely since it's the first over. There is where the problem happens. Watch out for this one. This might go for a boundary or a wicket. So he's gone for a wicket. That is what I was talking about. Once you miss out on an easy ball, the next ball, when it comes to you, go for full banger on it. He missed out on a full toss and he's clean bowled. That is how the psyche is. If you miss out on a easy ball, you get a next ball which is that easy, you try and give your extra. And there is where you falter. He missed out on an easy ball. Such a good batter. You might feel he has missed out on a full toss. He may be an ordinary batsman. I feel he may be a very good batter, but he wasn't able to display skill when they were needed. That can happen. It can happen. You can get out on the easiest of balls. You can hit some good balls. Dr. Suchak has her team, and they are into looking after the health, the well-being of all the batters. We have a physio on every venue which we are playing. Also, we have Palak here today. Palak has been running up and down, taking care of everyone, and people with back spasm have got up and played some good shots. So that kudos to her for taking care of them. And already one of our organizers, he was injured some time back. So he needed her very badly. Chinmay was the one in trouble. The team in red right now in red hot form, they have done everything right. The full toss is missed, a short ball missed, and a straight full toss got the opening batter. But take my word, you may feel it's going to be a one-sided match. I strongly feel of this 11 batsmen, even if 2, 3 shine, even if couple of batsmen shine, it's going to be a great entertaining evening. Sangram Gharat. Sangam Gharat. I took his name completely wrong in the first innings, I should say. I was calling him Sangram. It is Sangam. Completely opposite meanings. Sangram is something which is a notification of a fight or a conflict. Sangam is exactly opposite, getting people together. So Sangam is the one who is taking charge. A very unique number, 55. Sangam Gharat. Oh, this man can do it all. He can come at number 5, score 40 runs of 18 balls, and come and bowl the first few overs. That's always good to see. Yes, if you have a player like him in the squad, you almost have at least two players playing together. You almost like playing like 12 players. So he can deliver those 4 overs for you and win you matches with the ball in the hand. Also, he can hit those crucial 40 runs. Had his 42 runs being not scored, they would have struggled us somewhere around 150, which would have been an easy target. That is the difference. Oh, how are these guys really practicing lawyers, or are they cricketers doing part-time law practice? He seems to be a proper club bowler, and you saw that in the first match, even some great batting skills being displayed. These guys must be playing regular matches, maybe in the corporate sections even, because they cannot show immaculate skills if they're not practicing, maybe playing for their local clubs. No, that is beautiful bowling. Everything right about it. He has a slinging action wherein he puts the ball and hits the deck hard with his action, and the natural angle gets the ball to get in. So, not an easy bowler to handle, and especially on a wicket which can keep a bit low. And with the new ball, things can get difficult for you. That is a brilliant over so far, but that's not bad batting. You are bound to get a couple of bowlers against whom you can take advantage. You'll always get a bowler whom you can target for 50, 55 runs. Uh, It depends whether they give him all 4 overs, or you need to target that fourth and fifth bowler. There is always going to be a bowler who is going to give you runs. That does not mean he's a bad bowler. Maybe you get a combination where your lefty faces a lefty, you can get a lot of runs. Oh, that was in the slot, but the wrong shot selection. Maybe into the covers, he would have got an easy boundary. He wanted to slog it. The ball was perfectly placed for that cover drive. The score at the end of over number 2 is exactly. Acha, still a ball to go. I beg your pardon. There is still a ball to go. It's been a very good over so far. Our official sponsors: Pro Vakil, Tata Capital, Royal Enfield, Voyage Motors, Digicel, Digilegal, Total Sports, Royal Trading, Image Design Studio, Fast Enough, Sula, Dr. Vallari Suchak. The score at the end of over number 2 is exactly 5 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. चिन्मय सर किती मॅचेस आहेत? That was way down the leg side. That would have hit another two sets of stumps, I would say. The way he bats is actually gets walks away from the stumps, gives himself some room. This all young advocates, and this is a place where you can make new friends. You can get those old bonds stronger, a good camaraderie being built up. There are so many senior lawyers, senior advocates over here. Also, we have young people working with them, and some of them would find new friends. Some of them will get new opportunities in their work. And we have Chinmay with us. We also have advocate Anish here. Some senior law advocates, some young people like rubbing shoulders with and against each other. So that's a great opportunity for people to make new friends and build a camaraderie and have a nice cordial relationship. These people might have fought cases with each other, against each other, with each other, but a nice professional and a personal relationship would be nurtured here. The whole idea of having this tournament is to have fun. That is what these three people said. It is just to have some happiness. At the end of these league matches, semi-finals, finals, you have a smile on your face, just as you have a smile on your face after getting a boundary of that ball. That was a pure shot. Ball on the hips, turned beautifully, gets a boundary. When the ball races on the turf, it gives immense pleasure to all the team members and the supporters. Every time the ball races like that, you feel absolutely happy. That kind of happiness cannot be evaluated with any kind of bank balance which you have. Such boundaries will give you a lot of happiness. Cricket is such game that can change your mindset even in your actual life. If you win, if India wins, people have a very nice and good mood. If Sachin scores a century, Surya Kumar Yadav plays well, you feel good in spite of all the worries and problems. That's what cricket does to us. And that is the only objective of big wide, that is. Chinmay, Suraj, Kaustubh, these young people have done and taken efforts for this tournament to come together. The whole idea and concept is to have some nice moments. At the end of the day, in fact, at the end of this tournament, on a match or a battlefield or a playfield, if you have a smile on your face, that is the only objective these guys have. Building relationship, camaraderie, team bonding, knowing each other, all those things are important. But nurturing a child inside you, enjoying cricket, that is the objective which these three guys have got. And all of them are avid cricketers. And MAPL, it was an auction-based tournament, two groups, three league matches for every team, so that everybody gets an opportunity to showcase their talents. It's not a matter of luck. So sufficient matches for you to qualify for the semi-finals and go up against each other. So even if the field batting team which is chasing may not be well placed, they still have a couple of more matches in which they can come back. I strongly feel the chasing team can win this one. They just need two good performances. Shots like that. It wasn't well timed actually. Came into position so well. It wasn't out the middle of the bat. That was a hittable ball that could have been hit anywhere, right from long on to mid wicket to cow corner. Mm. It's a side on game, they say, cricket. So hitting the shots down the ground like that is not easy. Some of them they have open stance, and tennis cricket people come. They don't stand side on. They just have the open chest towards the bowler. They stand in different positions. Cricket is a side on game. So unless you have this horizontal shots also with you, you will not succeed. Oh, that's definitely going to be a no ball. That was a very difficult ball. Yes, rightly called a no ball. Good coordination between the umpires. Everybody knows, the guys who play professional cricket, they know how the umpires also have good partnerships with each other. Every time they have half a over done, they will have their hands around their waist. Couple of balls remaining, they will give signal to each other. If there is a edge, the square leg umpire would just put his hands on his other hand, so just to indicate that it's an edge. And you observe the umpires, they will have their hands in front of their bodies, in front of their waist. The major reason, they say, if the ball comes at great pace at that direction, if the ball is heading towards the body, to protect their vitals, they should have their hands in front. Oh, that's a big wide again. That is what the umpires say. Keep your hands in front of your body, so that if the ball comes and hits, comes towards you, you can have yourselves covered with those hands. Many umpires also have their hand guards with them. That is the reason they have their hands in front. And also to indicate to each other with the ball has hit the bat. and just to get each other's help. So these two umpires are exactly doing that. Look at their hands; they're exactly in the position where they should be. Oh, that's again a big wide. It's a no ball again. Umpire at the square leg had just raised his hand for a. In fact, it's a wide. That has happened in international cricket so many times. Umpires have changed their mind in time. That's fine. You can always give that leverage of giving one decision. हाँ flick केलेला. Oh, they have missed out on so many opportunities. They could have at least scored 5 boundaries. 4, 5 field tosses missed. Watch out for a boundary ball now. So many mistakes. That's a boundary. You're going to ball full tosses. You're going to ball so many no balls. You will be punished. But this kind of bowling actually disturbs the batsman even. You can, if you miss out on easy balls, then you just lose your cool and you try and hit a ball, the next ball which is a good one. 4, 5 bad balls, and when you get one good ball on which you get out. 3 overs, 20 runs. Target 179, 159 to win in the next 17 overs. They're trying too hard. Just they need to connect. That is what one of the fielders said. Connect the ball. Don't go for those big booming drives. So we'll have couple of more matches today on this ground. Also, you have the venue as the MIG ground in Bandra. So the next Saturday, Sunday, it would be Chereshwar and the ground at Mahul, the BPCL ground, I think. So we'll have the semi-finals and finals. Drumil Shah, another great all-round. He played a very good knock of 28 runs of 20 balls. The time he got out, after that the run rate just stopped. So good all-rounder to have in a team, Drumil Shah. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Up and over it will go for a couple of runs, not more than that. The outfield is very thick over there. Maybe the next time when you come back here, maybe tomorrow even, the outfield they will just raise off a few grass layers over there. That is the first shot of aggression. That is how he tries to play. He gives himself room, moves towards the leg side, and tries to open up that offside that covers and the area around the ground. That's nicely bowled. That's not a great throw. That is good bowling though. I would say Dhrumil Shah followed him well. He understands what the batsman is trying to. The batsman is moving away. He's giving himself room. He's moving towards the leg stump. In fact, outside the leg stump, trying to open up that offside field. So he has followed the batter. He's got rid of some of his protection. He believes the ball is not rising above the waist. It's a wicket where the bounce has not been that steep. Hardly any ball has got above your waist level. So that's fine. Akash versus Drumil. This is going to be a great contest. Now he's a proper bowler, Drumil, where you can expect him to bowl in the right areas. And such kind of bowlers are good for the batters to face, where you can predict which the ball is going to come. And again, no foot movement for Akash. Good bowling outside the off stump. That was outside the off stump, slightly wide, but that is fine. They have officiated really well. They have done a good job as an umpire, both the umpires. That's a very good shot. They wanted a single. He has given them a boundary. All of them were rooting for. In fact, that was just a couple of heavy outfield. That would have been a boundary anywhere. The heavy outfield not allowing him to get that. That's a very good shot, up and over. The fielders, their supporters, the team members are asking him to get a single and go to the other end. But he has the right idea. It's a power play over. Use the power play conditions. Go for boundaries, not for singles. Probably the idea is to keep the scoreboard moving, take the singles when you don't get a boundary ball. Oh, that's good bowling. Gromil bowling it smartly, conceded just 4 runs in this over. 25 runs at the end of over number 4. So they're going to take a power search, which we can take any time. Those 2 overs you can take in the later half, not the consecutive 6 overs. So first 4 overs would be a power play over, the bowling power play, the compulsory power play, and the next 2 overs, the search which can be taken as per the convenience of the batting team. So that is a very good addition actually. The Australian Big Bash, they had their first innovation, and that's a very good one to have in a tournament where you can get some nice, interesting twists and turns. And there is where things change for them. Even when Sangam Bharat came in and got those runs, he got them in that power surge time. So India is playing its 4 T20I today. I don't know what the match situation is. The matches haven't been that great because both the teams haven't performed to their best. We did not see a proper contest in either of the matches. I- Australia won convincingly. India won convincingly. Again, India won convincingly. We are yet to see a batting or a bowling performance which is competitive. So we expect something like this in the same match. That's his batting style, backing away, going towards the leg, and all his shots are in the same direction. MAPL sponsors. This tournament is proudly brought to you by Akash Italian Marbles, co-powered by Tata Capitals, Pro Vakil, Royal Enfield, Voyage Motors. Mr. Mukul Shotri was here some time back. Digilegal, Total Sports, Royal Trading, Image Design Studio, Fasten Up, Sula, Dr. Valerie Suchak. She's the one, along with her doctors, taking care of everyone over here. Outside the off stump, wide being called. And the bowler wasn't happy. If the wide would not have been given, the batsman would have been not happy. So it's a 50-50 call. That ball kept so low, it was almost half a feet from the ground. And this has happened at times. Watch out for the big shot down the ground. Maybe long on. Again, it kept so low. He has got that spot. He has got that spot where the ball is not getting up at all. No bowler has been able to discover that spot. Now spinner has got it. He's almost bowling like Kedar Jadhav now in that area. When you play leather ball cricket, your parents, your coaches at times when it was not the T20 mode, they always used to tell match का result कुछ भी होने तू अपना wicket मत डाल. Even if the team is losing, the parents would be very happy if their child gets a 50 or a 100. Now things have changed. Now things have changed. Your performance, your numbers don't account if you are not for the winning cause. So you don't want to be a Babar Azam. You would like rather be a Shivam Dubey than be a Babar Azam. So you should always be scoring runs for the team's cause, even if it's a 20 or a 30 or a 10 or a 12. A 10 or a 12 of just 4 5 balls or 2 3 balls, or maybe an innings like Cummins. They Australians won the World Cup not because the batters or everybody. It was Cummins innings with Maxwell. Those important. Another great shot, but that's not great running. You are don't not getting boundaries. You're missing out boundary hitting balls. You're not converting your singles into doubles. In fact, you're converting your doubles into a single. 30 runs, just 5 runs in this over. The coach and the support team and the members who are not getting a chance to play must be absolutely fuming with the run rate. They want a move on. So in an auction-based tournament, you mostly do not know names of all the teams. Unless you play one or two games, you'll know each other. You know each other's names, then you know each other how their nature is and what's their profession. Oh, that's not a great throw. That can happen when you're off balance. It's not easy to throw. And take my word, all these guys are very good at their work. They are fantastic advocates. They are doing a great job in their careers. Cricket is not their forte. They are playing it because it's their passion, it's their love. Not all of them will be playing regular cricket. Oh, that's a short ball. They have three fielders stationed. That is a well covered boundary. Three boundary riders, and that's good bowling. Bowling to your field. A slightly different action. You'll find every team has a bowler or two where you'll find an action with slight bit of suspicion in it, but that's fine unless you throw the ball very quickly. Oh, that's a great shot. That will sail over the fielder. Oh, that's a great shot. Local match, club match, building match, society matches, Ranji matches, international matches, all of them will be having great fielders. But every time you see a ball sailing towards a dugout, all of them will run away as if a bomb is coming towards their way. Nobody will go and try and catch it. They will run away as if they are amateurs and the ball is going to hit them. I have not seen any dugout being silent in the ball is hit in their direction. They all run away. Just like that, something which happened some time back. It was a superb six. That was the first shot, a shot of clear aggression and class from the left-hander. And maybe he's just going to open up now. He might hit another sixer. That was beautifully bowled. Completely flummoxed the batter. That's how you defeat a batsman when you're a spin bowler. Defeat it with your guile, with your different trajectory, different pace. सारिका वाटतं ही मुलगी पहिल्यापासून खूप पहिल्यापासून खेळते. A single that will take the score to किती आला 42. 6 overs 42, 7 runs per over. They exactly need 138 runs to, in fact, 137 runs to win this one in the next 14 overs. मला तर अक्षय वाटतोय. Alkesh comes into ball. Alkesh played really well. He was looking dangerous before he got out. Oh, I haven't seen somebody ball like that. Look at the way he balls the ball. He just flicks it. He just throws that lollipop. Look at this unique action. He just flicks the ball with the thumb, I think. Just have a closer look at his bowling. No, that was very well bowled. The previous ball was flighted one. That was very well bowled, but that ball has gone for a boundary. That was slightly quick, not that flighted, but that was in the slot. Now both the batsmen are hitting now. These are danger signs. And that is what I said. They just need two partnerships. I said two good performance. I said two partnership. Cricket and life is a game of partnership. They just need two good partnerships, and 178 will not look that big a score if you keep batting. Two back-to-back boundaries, maybe. Yes, the ball is going towards the boundary, but there is a sweeper to protect that. Oh, both the batsmen, if the feet are moving, the scoreboard is moving now. One ball hit into that mid-wicket region, the other ball going in the other direction. That means the batsman is good on both the sides of the wicket. The feet were not moving in the initial stages. The scoreboard wasn't moving. Now the feet are moving, the scoreboard is moving in double quick time. Oh, that's a beautiful catch. That is high catching at the highest quality. He had a, it was a very, it was Saskaya. He was having his eyes on, just as the left-hander was looking so good. He had hit one wonderful boundary, a beautiful sixer, and was just opening his batting aggro, and he gets out. Well, that is the worst time to get out when you are looking absolutely in that top gear mode. Unfortunate, but he gets out. Time to say thank you to all the sponsors who have been really good, magnanimous supporters of this. Akash Marvels presents MAPL Season 1. This tournament is proudly sponsored by Tata Capitals, Pro Vakil, Royal Enfield Voyage Motors, DigiLegal, Total Sports, Royal Trading, Image Trading Design Studio, Fasten Up, Sula, Dr. Vallari Suchak. So when they had that tagline for the tournament, they had all these different words which they said. Get ready for a thrilling cricketing action, fierce advocacy, and unstoppable energy. So that was some nice creative thinking on their part to get those words, fierce advocacy and unstoppable energy. And it is indeed on display. More than the energy, it is, I would say, a good standard of cricket which is being displayed. They have caught so well, they have fielded well, the bowling has been good. Very few times where they have erred. Other than that, a very good brand of cricket being displayed. Like when you take into consideration, these are not the professionals, these are the amateurs, where major job is to take care of the law, their litigations, but cricket is their first love and they are putting their best foot forward and putting up a great show. Look at that ball again. He just flicked that one with his thumb. The bowling action, very unique. So with that action, he has got a wicket. With that action, he was hit for a boundary. The score at the end of this over is 49 runs. Equation says 13 overs and exactly 130 runs to win. 13 की 12 ओव्हर मध्ये किती ओव्हर झाल्या? So 13 overs and exactly 130 runs to win. Neeraj Meher comes from the other end to bowl now. Again with his unique off-break action bowling, and he was hit for a sixer by the left-hand opening batter. Batsman on strike is the opening batter, Akash. The batsman on the other end is Makran. Akash and Makrand. Well, that is beautifully struck. Oh, that was a great effort. He did everything right to come into the position. He gets a couple. That was hit very hard. That should have been caught. A difficult chance, but he could have caught it. That wasn't an easy catch, I would say. Not a difficult to catch either, but not an easy one. But that's the first folly by the fielding team. The batting team has dropped at least 5 to 6 catches. Worli Tigers, they are still in the fray. 10 runs per over is possible. If bowling like this, short ball, not great bowling. Both the balls were punishable. First one was pitched up, was sliding towards the leg side. With the spin, he could hit that ball. The second one was way too short on the off stump. He overcompensated trying to bowl it outside the off stump. Way too short. And that is what the right shot selection was on that ball. चलिए 179 का टार्गेट है. इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ रियल ग्रेट फन. 179 धावांचं लक्ष्य फलंदाजी करतोय तो आकाश. कभी कशी कभी गम त्या पद्धतीची जी फलंदाजी कधी खूप चांगला खेळतोय तर कधी अगदी सोपे चेंडू देखील मिस करतोय. अतिशय अप्रतिम फटका आत्ताच्या शॉट्स मधला त्या सर्वोत्तम फटका. मात्र इथे फक्त 2 धावा सहज मिळायला हव्यात आणि 2 धावा आकाशच्या पूर्ण देखील होत आहेत. कधी कधी आपण खूप मेहनत घेतो पण त्या तितक्या मेहनतीत आपल्याला यश तितकंसं मिळत नाही आणि कधी कधी काही न करता आपल्याला बरंच काय मिळून जातं. त्या पद्धतीचा शॉट म्हणजे शॉट खूप चांगला होता मात्र 2च धावा मिळतील कारण तिथे जे आउटफील्ड म्हणतो आपण ते मैदान तिथे जे गवत आहे ते खूप जास्त आहे. चेंडू तितक्या वेगाने तिथून निघून जाऊ शकत नाही आणि त्या अधिकच्या गवतामुळे चेंडू काहीसा थांबतोय खरा. आकाश मात्र आपला सुरात आलाय. चौकार षटकार ठोकतोय. वेगात टाकलेला चेंडू वेगाचा वापर केलाय चेंडूला कार्व केला जसं आपण म्हणतो त्या पद्धतीने अगदी कोरून काढल्यासारखा तो फटका. एका धावेने संघाची धावसंख्या पुढे जाईल. एका धावेने संघाची धावसंख्या पोहोचेल ती आता 58 वर. समीकरण बदलते बघा. छोटी छोटी पावलं जरूर घेत आहेत. 10 धावा प्रति षटक हव्यात पण या पद्धतीने खेळत राहिले आणि जर ते 15 षटकांनंतर जर 110 पर्यंत पोहोचले तर शेवटच्या 110 120 70 धावा 60 धावा ठोकू शकतात शेवटच्या 5 ओव्हर्स मध्ये. आणि एक मोठं षटक कारण यांच्याकडे परिपूर्ण असे 5 गोलंदाज नाहीये. 2 त्यांचे भरोशाचे गोलंदाज आतापर्यंत जे मला दिसले ते एक होता संगम ज्याच्या 4 षटका आपण त्यांनी हँडल केली तर ते जिंकू शकतील. दुसरा एक ध्रुमिल ज्याची गोलंदाजी चांगली आहे पण इतर गोलंदाजी यांची इतकी तितकीशी मजबूत दिसत नाहीये जितकी त्यांची फलंदाजी होती. आणि वाईट्स मिळतील फुलटॉसच मिळाले सुरुवातीच्या 2-3 ओव्हर्स मध्ये ते मिस आउट केले त्यांनी. तर अजूनही मॅच बॅलन्स मध्ये आहे. बऱ्याच जणांना वाटेल की मॅच एकतर्फी जिंकेल ठाण्याचा संघ मात्र चित्र बदलायला वेळ लागणार नाही. गरज असते तर गाडी पुढे जायची असेल तर दोन्ही चाक एकत्रित काम करायला हवं. पुढचं चाक धावतंय पण दुसरा फलंदाज तितकीशी साथ देत नाहीये. निर्धाव चेंडू 59 झालेत. जिंकण्याकरता धावा जमवायच्यात 120. 12 चीन षटक आणि 120 धावांची गरज. 12 ओव्हर्स में रन बनाने हैं 120. 10 रन प्रति ओव्हर. मैदानात सध्या तरी पाण्याची व्यवस्था अतिशय अप्रतिम असे मैदानात देखावे खूप छान आहेत. मध्येच एखादा ट्रिपल सीट वाले लोक पण येतात. एक खूप छान जोक इंटरनेटवर पाहायला मिळाला. ट्रिपल सीट वाले लोक अगदी ब्रह्मविष्णू महेश सारखे असतात. पुढचा मध्ये असतो डाव्या बाजूने मधला असतो उजव्या बाजूने त्याच्या मागचा असतो. असं वाटतं की ब्रह्मविष्णू महेशच एकत्र येतात. अशी चुकीची पद्धत आहे. तिघ जण एका सध्या तरी नियमबद्ध असायला हवं आणि सध्या नियमाने फलंदाजी करतोय आकाश. आकाश या पद्धतीने खेळत राहिला तर त्यांचे जे कोच आहेत अनिश सर ते मात्र खुश होतील. आकाशने अनिश सरांनी त्यांना एकच सांगितलं होतं की चेंडू कनेक्ट कर. खूप जास्त मोठ्याने मारण्याचा प्रयत्न करू नको आणि तेच खरं यशाचं गमक आहे. त्यांनी सांगितलं की चेंडू व्यवस्थित खेळ, कनेक्ट चांगलं कर, जास्त ताकद लावून ओव्हर हिट करू नकोस. जास्त ताकद लावण्यापेक्षा चेंडूला कनेक्शन महत्वाचं आहे. हा चेंडू बघितला लॉलीपॉप केला होता त्याने पुढे. एक वेगळी युनिक ऍक्शन आहे गोलंदाजाची. फलंदाजी त्यांची तंत्रशुद्ध होती. गोलंदाजी वेगळ्या पद्धतीची आहे. एक तरी षटक असेल की ज्यात तुम्हाला 20 धावा ठोकून काढायचे. जसं संगमनी त्या 20-24 धावा ठोकून काढल्या होत्या 17व्या ओव्हरमध्ये. त्या पद्धतीची फलंदाजी अपेक्षित आहे. बघा क्विकर एक डिलिव्हरी वेगळी गोलंदाजी आहे. एक चेंडू अगदी स्लो. ओ माय गॉड, ते स्वतः धावा काढल्या नाहीत मात्र एक सेट झालेल्या फलंदाला माघारी परतवलंय. कोणत्याच अँगलनी तिथे धाव नव्हती. एनी परम्युटेशन एनी कॉम्बिनेशन. एक चांगला फलंदाज जो चांगल्या लयात आलेला चौकार षटकार ठोकत होता आकाशला मात्र माघारी परतवलंय. सो द कॅप्टन कम्स इन. संघाचा कर्णधार आलाय आणि कर्णधार ज्या ज्या वेळेला मैदानात उतरतो. हरमनप्रीत कौर मागच्या 2-3 वर्षात अजिबात फॉर्मात नव्हती. व्यवस्थित टीम मध्ये तिची जागा काय तेच लोकांच्या लक्षात येत नव्हतं. पण ज्या वेळेला सगळ्यात जास्त गरज होती त्यावेळी हरमनप्रीतने ऑस्ट्रेलियाच्या विरुद्ध काय परफॉर्मन्स केला एखाद्या कर्णधाराला साजेल तसा. अरमानवर संपूर्ण संघाची भिस्त आहे. अरमान है तो मुमकिन है. म्हटलं जायचं इलेक्शन मध्ये लोकसभेच्या मोदी हे तो मुमकिन आहे. इथे म्हटलं जाईल अरमान है तो मुमकिन है. हा फलंदाज ज्यावेळेला तो गोलंदाजी करत होता त्याची गोलंदाजी स्पेशल दिसत होती. क्षेत्ररक्षणात कॅचेस अगदी सहज टिपत होता. डिफिकल्ट कॅचेस इंटरनॅशनल क्रिकेटर्स पण धडपडतात कॅचेस घेताना. हा अगदी सहज टिपत होता. एक उच्च दर्जाचा तो क्षेत्ररक्षक आहे. अतिशय अप्रतिम गोलंदाज आहे. फलंदाजी तो किती चांगली करतो ते पाहायचंय. अरमान है तो ये मॅच है. अरमान काय करतो बघा. पहिला चेंडू बहुतेक सन्मान देईल. तयार नव्हता. जे मागचे तिकडे दोघ जण सेल्फी घेण्यात रील काढण्यात मशगूल आहेत. आता थोड्या वेळापूर्वी एक एक गर्ल्स क्रिकेटर गेली, महिला क्रिकेटर गेली, त्यांचं सारिका बहुतेक होते त्यांचं सारिका कोळी. चेंडू पडलेला थोडा वेळ थांबले ते. लॉंग ऑनच्या दिशेने येत होता. त्याला क्रिकेटिंग सेन्स म्हणतात. आपण जर बॉलरच्या मागे आहोत थांबायचं कधी काय करायचं या सगळ्या बेसिक गोष्टी ज्या क्रिकेटर्सना समजतील. सिंगल. ओ माय गॉड, त्यांना त्यांच्या संघातला ऑपोजिट संघाचा विराट कोहली रोहित शर्मा लगा हा सेलिब्रेशन किती मोठा आहे त्याच्यावरून लक्षात येते प्लेअर किती मोठा आहे. संघाच्या कर्णधाराने समोरच्या संघातल्या कर्णधाराला बॉल रेकोशिएट झाला आणि विकेट्सवर जाऊन आदळला. अरमान आउट होणं म्हणजे तब्बल 2-3 प्लेयर्स एकदम आउट झाल्यासारखे. किंबहुना मॅचच क्लोज झाली इथे. अरमानची विकेट खूप महत्वाची होती आणि नशिबाची साथ खूप महत्वाची. बघा ती पूर्ण तो लाल रंगाचा संघ एकत्रित जोडला गेलाय त्या रनआउटच्या एफर्टमुळे. त्यांच्या लक्षात येते की मॅच आपण जिंकलोय. आणि खरं तर ईगल्स ठाणेचे संघ तिथे खुश असेल परंतु प्रेक्षक म्हणून किंवा आपण न्यूट्रल्स म्हणून इथे थोडेसे आपण निराश व्हायला हरकत नाही. कारण जर हा खेळाडू थांबला असता आकाश तर मजा आली असती आणि आपल्याला एक चांगला सामना पाहायचा असतो. T20चा गेम म्हणजे 90 मिनिटांची एक इनिंग्स, पुढच्या 90 मिनिटांची एक इनिंग्स म्हणजे आपल्या आयुष्यातले 3 ते 4 तास ते चांगल्या ठिकाणी खर्च व्हावेत. जर त्यात मनोरंजन आलं तरच मजा. अरमान रनआउट झाला. अरमान आपल्या प्लेयरला सुशांतला सांगते की तो मॅच जिंकून देऊ शकते. दैवापुढे आपण काहीच करू शकत नाही. अनफॉर्च्युनेट वे ऑफ गेटिंग आउट, याच्यापेक्षा दुर्दैवी पद्धत आउट व्हायची नसते. चेंडू हाताला लागला आणि निसटला. स्ट्राईकवर असणारा फलंदाज बॅट्समन. आता मकरंदच्या नशिबाला 2 रनआउट लागलेत. एक त्याच्या चुकीमुळे आणि दुसरी त्याची अजिबात चूक नव्हती, पण त्याच्यामुळे त्याच्याच संघातील 2 खेळाडू आउट झालेत. म्हणजे हा असा सरदार आहे की त्यांनी आपल्याच सैन्यातील इतर 2 सरदारांचे बळी मिळवलेत. समोरच्या संघाला मदत झाली आहे जरूर, पण मकरंदने हे मुद्दाम नाही केले. आता त्याच्यावर अधिकची जबाबदारी असणार आहे. विशेष गोलंदाजी शैली मला आठवत नाही, पण आंतरराष्ट्रीय क्रिकेटमध्ये पण अशी गोलंदाजी करणारे गोलंदाज आहे. आता जर आणखीन एक विचित्र गोलंदाज आले आहे पाकिस्तानचा. तो अगदी थांबून थांबून गोलंदाजी करतो. या संघात एक मुंडे आहेत, एक तरे आहेत. आदित्य तरे, धनंजय मुंडे आल्यासारखी फिलिंग येते. स्कोर 9 षटक 64 धावा. 11 षटकांमध्ये धावा जमवायचे ते 115. So 64 runs on the scorecard. They have lost Arman, their most important player. Dinesh comes into bowl. Dinesh came in as a batsman. He scored those important 3-4 runs in the end where he was asked to bat in the last few balls. He looked good then. Everything goes right for you if you get a batsman like Arman out in the form of a run out. That is beautiful bowling. Why was he given the opportunity to bowl in the first few overs? This left arm spinner is far better than the bowlers which were on display some time back. We saw some leg spinners, some off spinners, some medium pacers, but I strongly feel Dinesh is much better than them. And left arm spinner is always a great option in any team. You take any team, you'll always find a left arm spinner in that game. In fact, in a T20 game or a one day game, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, we have Ravindra Jadeja also playing together at a time at times, where left arm spinner is a must in any team. You have Santner bowling like that. We had Daniel Vittori, one of the best left arm spinners. So many left arm spinners right now, and he's better than and almost. Oh, that would have been a sensational catch. The ball will zip away for a couple of runs, but that was acrobatic effort. If he had taken that catch, that would have been his Instagram story for the next 6 years. He would have stored it for the next 6 years. But even that effort will make a fantastic Instagram story. Beautiful effort. It was some great bowling though. He's flighting the ball so well. See, that will create chances. He had to dive one more time, but that would also be diving in vain. Well, that is beautiful bowling. For I have seen all the bowlers, but I think Dinesh is their best bowler, considering everything. When it comes to spin bowling, you will not have a better option than him, and he's bowling the over in the 10th over. He should have been brought in much earlier. He might finish off by taking a handful of wickets, Dinesh. That's a very good shot, just for one run. Such a good shot. Sushant and Makrand. Oh, that's a short ball missed. That wasn't his great ball. That should have been dispatched for a boundary or a sixer. He missed the ball. Ball maybe kept a bit low than he expected. So 69 runs and they lose another wicket. That was a boundary hitting ball. Wasn't his greatest ball, but he has lost the wicket. 69 for 5 at the end of over number 10. So 69 runs and 5 wickets down. Sangam. So Sangam Gharat would be bowling the 11th over. They need 110 in the last 10. Makrand is on strike. 60 balls, 110 runs, 11 runs per over needed. That's beautifully played. It's a beautiful wicket. If you apply yourselves, things won't be difficult. Arman's wicket was a crucial one. Oh, that's a classic cover drive. They should get a brace in it. They should get a couple of runs easily. This is a ground where you can get a lot of twos actually. It's not a big ground. So if you happen to get yourself set and if you're in a stage where you need to score 50, 60 runs of the last 5 overs, you have 2, 3 wickets in your hand and if you go bang bang, you can win on this ground. But that time of the evening where the ball doesn't travel a lot. Single and double. Yeah, double is Alan. Towards his right with a little bit of pace on it, they would have got a boundary. Missed out on a boundary hitting opportunity, I would say. 11 overs, 75 runs, 74 runs. And what they need is exactly 105 runs to win this one. 105 needed in the next 9 overs. Nine overs, 105 runs to win. Oh, that's beautifully played. That is how you should be playing with proper intent. And you can hear somebody in the background. If you can hear that, that is Suraj Matre. And Suraj Matre is giving all the right instructions. He's motivating the team in the right direction. So even if they follow what Suraj is saying 50%, they're going to win this one. It's a very difficult task, almost impossible from this point. Oh, that's a class hit. The problem is the outfield, which is slightly thick over there. That would have gone for a boundary. That was a beautiful shot into the covers. Now timing the ball so well now. They're timing the ball so well. Swapnil looks good over there. Makrand, he's taking those baby steps. That's a good shot again. And that is what the batters, the teammates are saying. The Swapnil looks good. Watch out for a boundary ball. Maybe straight hit down the ground or maybe into the covers. Strongly think it's going to come. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Change of pace. He flighted the first few balls. He pushed one armor. They have got a very good bowler in form of Dinesh. Seems to be a proper bowler for this occasion. They still have those power play overs. Oh, that's what I was talking. Down the ground. He goes bang bang. Oh, just managed to give away a boundary. Saved it in fact. Yeah, Swapnil seems to be a very promising prospect. He can provide with the entertainment which we want. And many times it has happened where they seem the target is almost impossible and we have won through it. A couple of days back, we had a match between West Indies and New Zealand where they needed almost 100 runs in 30 balls and West Indies almost got it. They were 71 in 10 overs and they needed almost 140 in the last 10. They almost won that match. They just lost by 3 runs.
78.
So 78 is what they have achieved. They need exactly 89, 91 runs to win. Difficult prospect, but still not impossible. Eight over, no? 8 overs, 92 runs. 101 needed. I beg your pardon. I saw 99. In fact, it is 101 needed. 101 रन चाहिए आखिर के 8 overs में. Fantastic ball, and it was equally well played. While Swapnil is batting so low down the order, he deserves to be in the top four to bat, and looks great actually. In fact, better than most of the players who came on to bat. Romil Shah is bowling his second over, I suppose. The right kind of bowler, a bowler who can give you a safe over, not bowl some extraordinary balls, not give away a lot of extras, bowling in his limitations. That kind of a bowler. But even he can be taken for runs. A better short option would be for him is to pull him into that square leg region because he's going to bowl those short balls. Oh, that's a classic shot. That's beautifully played again. But for that outfield, it's only going to be a couple of runs. That deserved to be a boundary. That was beautifully played off the back foot. So even if you have one fielder protecting that boundary, he's sufficient because he has covered 20 meters on both sides in that direction because of that outfield. The most productive area would be leg side right now, but he's putting the ball outside the off stump. See, he looks so good off both of the back foot and front foot. They needed somebody like Swapnil in the top three to bat, and they needed a partnership. Suraj Matre has changed gears now. He was asking them to stay, now he's asking them to go for it. And he's saying all the right things. And they're listening to him, but somehow the things don't materialize in the right way. Idea was right, intent was right, the execution isn't coming right. That was beautifully taken. Somnath takes it in the Australian way with his fingers pointing upwards. Suraj Matre is the new man in. So Drimil has got a wicket to his credit. He takes a single, gets off the mark, and will keep strike. Keep it, sir. 7 overs, and they need exactly 95 more runs to win this one. 7 overs, 95 runs. Things are getting from difficult to almost impossible now. 13 runs per over, more than 13 and a half runs per over needed. I should say they don't have a great set of bowlers, so they could have easily come close to this target had they had some good partnership. Kौन? Dilshan comes into ball. A leg spin attempted that will go sailing over. In fact, will go straight into Sangam's hands. Big bucket hands and easily taken. Oh, he was looking good, Swapnil. Even he's out now. Abhishek looked good when he was bowling. Let's see what Abhishek. In fact, he was the wicket keeper, I think. He kept really well, Abhishek. He will be coming on to bat now. हे असलं काय सांगू नको. हा कोणतरी गुजराती असणार. तुला 20 ओव्हर खेळ बोलतोय हे यांच्या. असे 2-4 सुट्टी आपली वाट लावायला लागते. मारा पटापट आणि आउट व्हा. नाही का? याचे वेगळे देत असतील ना कॉर्पोरेटचे. कॉर्पोरेटचे थोडे जास्त देत असतील. मग काय फायदा बेंच. तुम्हाला मागे वेगळे द्यायचे स्कोर असलं तसे. मी त्याचे जास्त घेतो. जास्त किती घेणार आपण घेऊन यांच्याकडून 500 घेऊ शकतो. बरोबर यांच्याकडून पैसे घेणं म्हणजे मच्छरची गाण मारल्यासारखं. डायरेक्ट कॉन्टॅक्ट झालं तरी काही नाही फरक. आता ह्या लोकांनी तसं पण सोडलं असेल. यश तू इतने में देख कॉमेंटेटर तेरे को जो करने का कर है ना. देखो उधर कमाने का इथे सगळे तसेच मिळतील. सगळे मजबूत आहेत इथे दादा. सगळे BRC नेव्ही सगळे प्रॉपरली सेटल्ड आहेत इथे. कुणाला काय कमी त्यांची घरं किती मोठी मोठी आहेत. चांगले आहेत सगळे. ऑलमोस्ट एक ऑल्टरनेट घरात एक गव्हर्नमेंट सर्व्हिस. There's a chance. They've caught so very well. High catches, four beautiful catches taken, and all taken with a lot of composure. Wonderful catching, ninth wicket down, and the fielding coach of this team would be really happy. He has done a great job of getting his team ready for high catches. Four wonderfully taken high catches, and they have taken it with a lot of composure and ease. Vikram is the new batsman, and Harshal takes a wonderful catch. Mumbai Advocates Premier League, 8 teams, 2 groups, 3 league matches for every team, and we are going to have 4 semi-finalists after that. I should say both the matches went completely lopsided, one-sided matches. It's never entertaining to watch matches like this. But hopefully, in the next few matches, the teams which have lost, they will pull their socks, tighten the screws, and work on the small little things which they had not taken care of, and come back strongly. You never know. The team which struggles in the beginning, they win it. Just like the Indian cricket team, the women's team, when they won the World Cup, they lost a few matches and they came back strongly. Sangam comes in to close the innings. That was a perfect Yorker to finish the innings, but that was played beautifully. But this man who has come at number 9, Abhishek, for me, he is one of the most compact, technically correct batsmen. And him coming at number 9 keeps all the wisdom aside. He shouldn't be playing at number 9. Seems to be a very good batter. See, nicely handled slower one. And very well just single. That is what you need from a batsman. He's a good batsman, batting at number 9. Highly inexplicable. So next time, if the captain or the coach or the owner is listening, I strongly think this guy should come in at number 1, 2, 3, 4, where he can play that anchor kind of innings, where he can keep the scoreboard moving and hit a few boundaries as well. He might be the last ball. Oh, that was very well bowled. Almost like a test match now. Bowler wanting to finish and go early, and the batter just want to delay the inevitable. Now, next ball is going to be a very quick Yorker. Take my word, it's going to be a very, very quick Yorker. Whether it's going to disturb off or middle. Oh, that was a Yorker, but well handled. ये 9 और नंबर 10 और 11 के बैट्समैन है ना, दे आर ऑलवेज अ हेडेक. Maybe a slower one now. After putting a lot of effort, bowler's energy gets halved. People say he tried variation, वो bowler थक चुका होता है. That is the reason he tries the variation. See, the slower one. That is what I was telling you. Yorker के पास slower one ही आने वाला है. So if people may say he tried the variation, बहुत effort डालने के बाद bowler थक जाता है last ball तक, and he bowls that slower one. Oh, that's nicely done. Number 10 and 11 are the ones who are going to give you a lot of trouble to get dislodged. It is always easy to get wickets 1 to 9, but when it comes to fag end of the innings, where you feel चलो अभी match खत्म हो जाएगा, अभी खत्म हो जाएगा, they are the ones who are going to trouble you a lot. They're still hanging on, clinging on, and still fighting. One thing which the Maharashtrians have taught Gujaratis, Marwadis, Punjabis, everyone, even the South Indian is Aiger in cricket. You may see a South Indian player, a North Indian player, everybody saying Aiger. That is the only term which they have learned from Marathis. The Aiger is common for everyone. That is getting so close and not getting it. The bowler is actually almost working in a laboratory, is trying and experimenting everything. See, now this one will be a quicker one, I strongly think. No, he balls a lollipop. I don't know what he's trying to dish out. He's kind of an scientist who tries everything, mixes all the chemicals every time. That kind of a bowler he is. See, now he's doing it for exhibition now. Almost trying everything. केदार जाधव आ गए थे थोड़ी देर के लिए उसमें. What will he try now? Will he try the quicker one or will he bowl that lollipop again? No, that was a proper ball, a stock ball which is supposed to bowl every time. Number 10 and 11 continuing to irritate the opposite team. Watch out for Abhishek's boundary now. That was beautifully bowled leg spinner. He bowled that leg spinner with the action of an off break. The दूसरा which he bowled. किती run झाले? 108 runs at the end of 4. ते तर आउट कर त्याला जाऊन लवकर कोणीतरी. शेवटचाच प्लेअर आहे. आता प्रॅक्टिसचा टाइम आहे तुमच्या लोकांचा. मस्के येतो. सगळे इंस्टाग्रामच्या स्टोरीज तुमच्या ट्रॉम्बेच्या टाकत असतो तो. ओडीवर गेला, इकडे गेला, तिकडे गेला. Oh, that's a wonderful Yorker. Very well bowled. And equally well dug out. Innings is शेवटची over. Last over. There is one more over after this. These two guys have played really well. That is it into the covers for a single. That's beautifully played. Fantastic. Crafted behind point for a very well crafted boundary. Next time he's batting on number 9, probably he would be batting at number 10 after seeing this. How can you play this batsman at number 9? They should be having him in the first 5 players. And where you compare all the other batters, I think he's technically the most compact batter which they have. So they should not be playing him at number 9. He should be definitely batting in number 6. He may not be a power hitter, but he can be a batsman who can keep the innings going on. So they need someone like him. So he bowled the slower one, trying to bowl that back of the hand leg break. He takes a single. Dinesh is there to take care. With that single, he will keep strike Abhishek. The score at the end of over number 19 is exactly 125 runs. They exactly need 54 runs to win this one in the last 6 balls. They need 9 runs every ball.
125. 125. Last.
That is played with soft hands. The ball going towards the fielder behind point for a single.
Bowler name? Dinesh Mohit.
Batting batsman कौन है इसके ऊपर? Vikram Patil and Abhishek have given them a great fight. The last wicket has been a real troublesome wicket for the fielding team. They have played for almost 4.5 overs. 4 balls remaining now. It's been a tedious last 20 minutes for the fielding team. Will they remain not out? And they appeal for caught behind, they appeal for stump. All that for nothing. Umpires will discuss, chalo ghar jaldi jana hai. He says, no, they'll do the job. Yeah, he's out, caught behind. That's it. It is the Thane Eagles who won this one by 53 runs. So 2 matches, we had 2 lopsided matches. Let's come back tomorrow for Akash Marbles presents Mumbai Advocates Premier League 2025. This tournament is proudly co-sponsored by Tata Capitals.
एक्सपेरिमेंट के लिए रे